He was all-conference a year ago and started this season with more than 1,000 career rushing yards as a 3-year starter. Coach Stidsley calls Rogers his team leader, and he really could be a college prospect at linebacker.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think last week against Pottsville, I think he rushed for about 280 yards on only 7 carries. So, he had some big carries against Pottsville.
Got to get him on the ground, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
You got to wrap up and get him on the ground, no doubt about that. Up front, you got to be impressed with Nate King, 6 foot, 260-pound senior. He's a 3-year starter at offensive tackle, has a 300-pound bench press, and moves well for his size, according to Coach Stinson. On defense, keep an eye on talented trio of juniors up front. Taylon Handy, 5'8", 300 pounds. James Riley, 5'7", 230 pounds. And Jamarion Wells, 5'8", 220 pounds. They can really clog up the middle. Nate King joins them at defensive end position to help shore up that defensive line. On special teams, junior soccer player Yair Gonzalez is consistent with field goals inside of 35 yards. And Brent, that's one thing we've seen consistently as we've played other teams. Good soccer player kickers.
Yeah, that's right. Especially from Hamburg. They had a lefty. Just like our kicker. And he kicked every kickoff into the end zone.
Absolutely. Stuttgart Ricebird Marching Band, you may can hear them in the background. They have taken their place on the field, and we're getting ready for our opening ceremonies here at Ned Mosley Stadium. We'll have our invocation followed by the Pledge of Allegiance, and then we'll have our national anthem followed by alma mater for the Stuttgart Ricebirds. So we'll we'll step away and take a break. And while the pregame festivities are taking place, and we'll be back with more information on the Freemeyer's Best Brands Plus Ricebird pregame show in 5 minutes.
Hi, this is Kim Bethay from Coker Hampton Drug Company and Gift Shop in downtown Stuttgart. Celebrate the Wings Over the Prairie Festival's weekend with Cozy Style. Join us Friday and Saturday, November 28th and 29th for special savings on Barefoot Dreams collection. Our most loved blankets, cardigans, and lounge pieces made for gifting or keeping all to yourself. Stop by Coker Hampton, 218 South Main in downtown Stuttgart, and wrap yourself or someone you love in comfort this holiday season.
Every tackle, every touchdown, Stuttgart stands tall behind the Ricebirds, and so does Sutherland's on 22nd Street. From bad boy mowers to lumber, plumbing, appliances, and furniture, Sutherland's has the tools and the know-how to keep this town running strong. Proud to support the Stuttgart Ricebirds, because at Sutherland's, friendly service and hometown pride always play on the same team.
Red River Ford Toyota is the fastest growing Toyota dealership in Arkansas. They also have those great Ford trucks and SUVs. Visit Red River at 1903 North Falls Boulevard in Wynne. Call them at 870-238-7770 or visit them online at redriverfordtoyota.com. You can even do everything online and they'll deliver your vehicle to you. And with many makes and models on their pre-owned lot, you're sure to find the vehicle that fits your needs. Red River Ford Toyota, 1903 North Falls Boulevard in Wynne, Arkansas.
Gear up. It's hunting season and Mark's Prairie Wings is looking for backup. We're hiring cashiers, sales associates, warehouse associates, customer service, and firearms team members. Be part of the action at America's premier waterfowl outfitter. Apply today in store at Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart, Arkansas.
A generator is one of those things you never think about until you really need it. Luckily, Durden's in Stuttgart is your local authorized Generac dealer, and that means we can sell, install, and provide warranty service on your generator. And that's a big deal because a generator is a big investment, and you're depending on it to work properly when you need it. Call us today at 673-1356 to learn more about home backup options, portable generators, and even commercial options for your business. And let's save the candlelight dinners just for date night.
Durden's in Stuttgart. Guaranteed comfort since 1960.
Producers Rice Mill in Stuttgart is proud to sponsor this broadcast of Ricebird Sports. Producers is here for you year-round, providing the hometown service you desire. Producers supports community activities and is proud to be a part of the Grand Prairie. If you're enjoying this broadcast of Ricebird Sports, let our sponsors know, because without their support, this broadcast would not be possible. Producers Rice Mill in Stuttgart, supporting the community and Ricebird Sports.
Running a business means finding the right people, and that's where Express Employment Professionals comes in. Whether you need full-time, part-time, or seasonal employees, Express has you covered. From office staff to skilled trades, Express matches the right talent to your needs quickly and efficiently. With offices in Stuttgart, Wynn, Helena, and Pine Bluff, they're ready to support your business no matter the size. And if you're looking for a job, Express is here for you too. For more information or to apply, call 870-672-4568 or visit expresspros.com. Express Employment Professionals, your staffing solution.
We're able to bring you Stuttgart-Ricebird football every Friday night thanks to our great sponsors like Arkansas Senator Ronald Caldwell. Senator Caldwell is a strong supporter of high school athletics and believes in its power to develop our young men and women. Senator Caldwell proudly serves District 10, which includes Arkansas, Jackson, Ross, St. Francis, Lee, Monroe, Woodland, Prairie, Vance, and Roanoke counties. Senator Ronald Caldwell, sponsor of Stuttgart-Ricebird football.
Did you know that Henderson State University offers a nurturing classroom environment with caring faculty who will invest in your career success? You can learn a lot at Henderson. Come check us out. Visit hsu.edu/get ready for additional information. Did you know that Henderson State University offers the only aviation degree in Arkansas? You can learn a lot at Henderson. Come fly with us. Visit hsu.edu/aviation for additional information.
And we welcome you back to Ned Mosley Stadium. It's the Freemeyer's Best Brands Plus Ricebird pregame show as it's getting set for the kickoff of tonight's game between the Stuttgart Ricebirds and the Blyththeville Chickasaws. I'm Lynn Keller sitting alongside Brent Whitman. We're glad to have you joining us tonight on Country 97.3 FM. And for those of you watching on the EAB Sports Network Stuttgart Ricebird YouTube channel, we welcome you there as well on our live stream. The Ricebird Marching Band has completed their pregame festivities, and they have made their way to form that traditional funnel coming out of the big inflatable bird on the northwest corner here of Ned Mosley Stadium. And, of course, getting some fans coming out of the stands now to join them as well. And talking about fans, Brent, they had a huge pep rally this morning, and I loved seeing all of the alumni cheerleaders back.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, you know, I saw some pictures of that, you know, and it looked like that the Ricebird Arena was full, standing room only there.
It was, and they brought over students from the other schools as well, and really filled up that arena, and it was just an absolutely electric atmosphere, and really set the stage and got the day really fired up, and hopefully it'll all carry over here tonight as we're seeing the fans make their way out of stands out onto the field, and they'll form a long funnel for those Stuttgart Ricebirds to come running through. Ricebirds will try to move to 11-0 on the year. They finished the regular season perfect at 10-0. Of course, we talked about the big win over Hamburg 2 weeks ago. And Brent, in that ball game, the Ricebirds sort of traded scores with them back and forth, but that was kind of the game plan.
Yeah, you know, it was. You know, we thought that's kind of how the game was going to go, you know, much like the Warren game, back and forth, and then, you know, whatever defense could come up with some stops, and that was probably going to be the team to win the game, and that's exactly what happened.
Of course, the Ricebirds kicked off, which really was I think, part of the plan as well. And, of course, Hamburg wasted no time scoring, but the Ricebirds answered, and that was the key.
Yep.
You had to answer the other scores, and both teams kind of looked at it that way, and then we go into the half tied up, but the Ricebirds going to get the ball first in the second half. Imperative that they scored, and they did.
Yeah, they did. You know, they kind of got it flipped, you know, around a little bit there. You know, and the Ricebirds took the lead, but then Hamburg came back and answered and tied it at 35. But that was the last time that the game would be tied.
That's exactly right. And the Ricebirds from that point on, Kane Price's 24-yard touchdown put them ahead 42-35. And then Dawson McKelvey's 31-yard field goal gave the Ricebirds a 2-score lead first of the night.
Yeah. You know, with that 2-score lead, you really felt a lot better about it, but still, you had to stop Hamburg one more time.
Absolutely, and then, of course, the Ricebirds put a little icing on the cake. They had a minute 58 to go in the fourth quarter. Kane Price hit Jeremiah Jackson with a 5-yard touchdown. McKelvey's PAT put the Ricebird lead at 17. Hamburg did score later on at the very end of the ball game to cut the margin to 52-41, but a big win for the Ricebirds moved them to 10-0 on the season and a perfect 7-0 in conference play. We're seeing the captains making their way out onto the field here, the Ricebird captains along with the Blyththeville Chickasaw captains. Talking about the game a couple of weeks ago against Hamburg, Brent, the Ricebirds did a good job on the highly touted Nikhil Lewis.
Yeah.
Held him really to about half the yards that he had against the Ricebirds here at Ned Mosley Stadium a year ago.
Yeah, and he got most of those yards in the first half. The Birds really did a great job on them in the second half. And they really only gave up 7 points to Hamburg. In the second half, they got that last touchdown, with about a minute left.
And the Ricebirds, again, big win over the Hamburg Lions. And with that, the Ricebirds get the #1 seed out of the 8-4A conference. And they moved to the second round with that first round bye. And, of course, they'll have home field advantage throughout the playoffs as well. Big night for the Ricebirds on offense last week, too, Brent.
Yes, it was, Lynn. Almost 600 yards of offense, more rushing than passing, 331 rushing yards, 263 passing, and a big night for Kane Price as well. He threw for 263 and ran for 156.
Big night for Kane Price, and, of course, I think it'll be imperative for Kane to continue to have those kind of games for the Ricebirds to continue to progress in the playoffs.
Yeah, for sure. But like Coach Price said, you might not want to see him run quite as much as he did against Hamburg, but when you need it, it's there.
Yeah, no question about that. The coin toss has taken place. The Blyththeville Chickasaws will receive the opening kick, and they'll be moving from the left to the right. And the Blyththeville Chickasaws will be dressed in all white here tonight. Interesting, their colors are the same as the Ricebirds. They're maroon and white.
Yes, they are maroon and white, but they'll be wearing all white tonight. And luckily, they have white helmets too. So.
Yes, exactly right. Oh, boy, look at the crowd gathering out on the field, Brent. And those that are watching on our EAB Sports Network Stuttgart Ricebird YouTube channel can attest. There is a crowd on the field. The Ricebirds are loading up into the big inflatable. I see some of that steam starting to come out between that big bird's legs. And the Ricebirds are just moments away from coming out of that and busting through that big paper run-through, which I still contend is among the best in the state.
Absolutely.
Here come the Stuttgart Ricebirds following the cheerleaders with their flags and the fireworks going off in the south end zone as well. Fireworks tonight courtesy of Wilkerson Jewelers. You'll hear that hopefully a lot tonight. Ray Gilbert is manning our fireworks in the south end zone under the watchful eye of Jan McCauley. She is supervising him down there tonight to make sure he presses the right buttons at the right time. All right, the Ricebird fans are making their way off the field. And here come the Blyththeville Chickasaws as they come onto the field, make their way to the sidelines, Brent. Not a very big crowd has made their way down from Blytheville tonight.
No, it's not. But, a long drive. I think that's about a 2.5 to a 3 hour drive down. Yeah, not too many fans. No band over there. Well, I do see some cheerleaders over there, but, a long drive down for them. But, hey, they brought a team that's 7-3 here, and they came to win tonight.
No question about that. Time for the battle cry. The field is green. The stripes are white. We're ready for some Ricebird playoff football action on this Friday night. Ricebird fans making their way back up in the stands. The Ricebird band, the award-winning Ricebird band, making its way off the field.
We didn't talk about it much yet in the pregame, but boy, some big games in the 8-4A tonight, as far as Hamburg at Dardanelle, Warren at Gosnell, some big games. Monticello going all the way up to grab it, too.
Boy, what a trip that is. All right, the Ricebirds will be kicking from the right to the left. Dawson McKelvey will be doing the honors, number 10 for the Ricebirds. He's going to have it teed up at the 40-yard line. Beautiful evening for football. It may be just a tick on the warm side, or at least warmer than you might expect it to be here.
Absolutely.
I understand we have some relief temperature-wise coming in the next week, which will be great for the Wings Over the Prairie Festival.
We are at 69 degrees here at kickoff tonight.
And, Brennan, you'll keep us surprised with the best you can on the scores of those other games as well. McKelvey's got it teed up. Ricebirds are ready to go. He moves up, puts his foot into it, and just drives it right down central. It's going to be fielded at the 18, back across the 20, 25, 30, and out of bounds. On the return, I believe, was number 6, and that is Nico Hill.
Yeah, very effective kick there by Dawson McKelvey. Just kicked it low and hard on the ground, and good coverage by the Ricebird special teams. And Blyththeville will take over at their own 32 for their first possession.
Again, moving from the left to the right. The Blyththeville Chickasaws in white jerseys, white pants. Looks like some maroon sleeves underneath their jerseys. Have a couple of dual maroon stripes on the shoulder pads. White helmets, as Brent mentioned, with the Chickasaw logo on the side of their helmets. Big running back, Courtney Rogers, 6'2", 220 pounds. He lines up to the right side of the quarterback, Bell. Takes hands off on the first play, looking for a little seam, and there's nothing there. And the Ricebirds are going to throw him for a big loss back at the 25.
That's right, nothing there at all. Kipton Carey gets in the backfield and drags down Rogers. It's going to be a loss of about 6.
And watching the game last week against Pottsville, on the very first play from scrimmage, he takes his 63 yards pretty much untouched.
Absolutely. You know, once he got to the outside, he was gone.
Second down now, and 17 coming up for the Chickasaws. Moving from the left to the right, ball's on the far hash mark. Beautiful green field turf field here at Ned Mosley Stadium. Maroon end zones. Big maroon and white S in the center of the field. Bell, everybody takes off except the center didn't get the signal there, it looks like.
Sure did. A couple of receivers were streaking down the field there, but the ball was not snapped, so that's going to cost them 5 more and really going to back them up behind the sticks now.
All right, they're looking at now second down and should be about 22 yards to go. Line of scrimmage is back to the Blytheville 21-yard line. Quarterback mishandles the snap. Now he's going to air it out long. He's got a receiver on the far side over there. I think he might have made the catch, but it was out of bounds. Yeah. Defending out there was Keaton Byers for the Ricebirds.
Yeah, good coverage there as well. But I think that's with that Guyton, I believe he's a no, that was number 5. That's Trevon Lewis, 6'1", 180. But they also like to go to Guyton and number 12, and he's 6'4", 200, a big target out there.
Third down, 22 coming up now. Take handoff. Courtney Rogers in the line. A little bit of running room this time as he breaks free and still breaking tackles. He's going to have a first down if you can believe it.
And he sure did. He's going to pick up just enough for the first down and broke about 3 tackles that time. The Ricebirds were hitting him but didn't wrap up, and they're going to pick up a big first down there on 3rd and 21.
Boy, you just hate to give that up. Goodness gracious, you've had a couple of good stands defensively, plus they've made a couple of mistakes, and you like to capitalize, make them punt from deep in their own end zone, but that's what a great running back like Courtney can do for you, and he gets a big first down for the Blytheville Chickasaws to move the chains.
10:22 left here in the first quarter of action.
From the far hash mark, from the left to the right. Bell takes, hands off. Courtney Rogers in the line. Boy, there's nothing there this time, but look at him just continue to keep those legs churning. Actually took what might have been either no gain or a loss and gets out to the 45-yard line for a pickup of about 3.
Yeah, he is going to get 3. And as you mentioned, big, strong running back, 6'2", 205, and he was using all of that strength on that play to scratch out 3 yards.
Draylon Scott, along with Jomir Guyton, are split wide to the right. Courtney Rogers standing to the left of Chad Bell, the quarterback. Slot on the right. Bell, shotgun formation, takes, airs it out, and fires it toward the near sideline. Intended receiver, I think, was number 12, Jomir Guyton.
Yeah, I think so. He had 2 receivers out there in the same area and just kind of sailed it over everybody's head. He had Guyton and Scott out there, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 7.
Kipton Carey and Jordan Miner both in coverage for the Ricebirds. 2nd and 7 coming up. Line of scrimmage just shy of the Blytheville 45-yard line. Opening possession, 9:33 to go here in the first quarter. No score. Chad Bell claps his hands for the ball, takes, fires out, got a man complete, and he's going to have a first down. Breaks free on the far sideline. Ricebirds, Keaton Byers goes up and saves a touchdown. But the Blytheville Chickasaws kind of seem to get their back against the wall, Brent, and find a way.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, two 3rd down and longs here, and they have converted both of them. That pass was to number 5, Trevon Lewis, and that went for 26.
Into Ricebird territory. 1st down and 10 at the Stuttgart 28-yard line. From the far hash mark again, moving from the left to the right. Number 12, Guyton, is wide right. Sends a man in motion from the left to the right, takes hands off Courtney Rogers, looking for a little seam in the line, keeps dancing around, keeps the legs churning, and Rice Birds are hammering on him, but he's having a hard time getting him down. Finally getting him wrestled out of bounds on the far sideline. Yeah, it looks like at about the 22-yard line, I believe is where they've got it marked on the far side, maybe the 23.
A gain of 5 on first down for Rogers, and that was a hard-fought 5 yards.
Absolutely. Split wide left is Draylon Scott. Excuse me, I believe that's number 5. Trayvon Lewis is split wide to the left. Bell, the quarterback, shotgun formation, claps his hands for it, takes, hands off, Rogers. Rogers coming to the near side. Goodness gracious, he just stands up about 3 Rice Bird defenders and powers his way to a first down. And the ball comes out of there. Here come the Rice Birds the other way. I haven't heard a whistle.
That's Knox Hillman. He's got it. He's down to the 30.
The ball came out. I did not hear a whistle.
I didn't either.
And the Rice Birds, Knox Hillman comes out of there and takes it all the way down to the Blyththeville 30-yard line, and the Chickasaws are stunned, to say the least.
They are. Well, then, you know, that's one of those rugby scrum-type plays there where the pile just keeps moving. But, boy, somebody pulled that ball out, and Knox Hillman was right there to pick it up, and he got about a 60-yard return on that.
He did. They caught him from behind at the Blyththeville 30-yard line. First down and 10. Rice Birds get the first turnover of the night, and I'm sure they caused that turnover. They forced that turnover. Here come the Birds from the far hash mark, moving from the right to the left. Kane Price, quarterback, straight back to pass. Airs it out long. QT Johnson in the end zone. Incomplete. Just overthrew his outstretched arms in the end zone. It's going to bring up now second down and 10 for the Birds.
Just a deep post pattern there for QT, and he had about 3 steps on the defender. Kane just threw it about a step and a half too far, or that would have been a touchdown on the first play.
Rice Birds in all maroon tonight. Maroon jerseys, pants, helmets, white numbers, of course, white trim on the helmets. Kane Price, quarterback, calls for the ball, takes, hands off, coming to the near side across the 30, 25, 20, and wrestled down from behind on the carry for the Birds, number 42, Taquan Hall.
Taquan Hall picks up 11 coming to the near side on his first carry, and that's going to be a first down.
Number 7 and number 2 for the Blytheville Chickasaws, that's Trayvon Orr, along with Jatavion Wilson on the stop. Here come the Birds, first down and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 18-yard line of the Chicks. 2 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Taquan Hall standing to the right. Now he's going to get the handoff, using his blockers, following, turning the corner, getting inside. Oh, and he really gets slung down, or slung out of bounds. He didn't go down. I think if he would have gone down, it might have been a penalty because it was a pretty wicked-looking throw, but no call on that. And he gets the ball down to about the 13-yard line. It looked like a gain, Brent, about 5?
5, yeah. Gain of 5 on first down. 2 carries, 16 yards for Taquan.
Birds headed north here at Mosley Stadium. Opening possession, 8:05 to go, first quarter. Opening possession for the Birds. Takes a little flip up to Taquan, trying to get the corner and nothing doing. That great speed on that corner out there for the Blytheville Chickasaws. Catches up with Taquan, brings him down short of a first down. It's going to bring up now third down and about 4.
Yeah, just that little pop pass there to a Hall, and he could not find the corner. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Hall checks out. Also checking out is Hayden Prine. Rice Birds break the huddle to the line from the far hash mark. 7:29 to go, opening quarter. 2 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Sends a man in motion out of the backfield. Look, firing toward the end zone. Got a man complete. Oh, and he dropped it. Boy, he got hammered as soon as he caught it. And it looked like a perfect throw.
It was. It was a good pass that time to Bray Covington Minor. It looked like he had it there, but, boy, he did get drilled, and then the ball came out, and it looked like the Rice Birds are going to go for it here.
It was timed just right, too, Brent.
Yeah, it was.
The timing of that hit. A lot of speed in that secondary for the Blytheville Chickasaws, and we've seen it early in this one here tonight. Here come the Rice Birds. Big 4th down and 4 from deep in the Chickasaw red zone. Kane Price, quarterback, sends a man in motion. That's Prine. He airs this one out toward the corner of the end zone and just overthrows the outstretched arms
of QT
again.
Yep. Yeah, I think I think QT jumped just a little too early that time.
Brent, and of course we've talked about this off the air some, but you just kind of wonder, could that be a little of that rustiness maybe from not playing for a week?
Definitely, on all three passes there. The first one was wide open, and Kane just overthrew him there a little bit, and then QT that time just jumped a little early. But the Ricebirds do get the field flipped on the turnover.
No question about that, thanks to Knox Hillman. First down and 10 for the Chickasaws from their own 14-yard line. From the far hash mark, the Chickasaws in all white, Ricebirds in all maroon. Man in motion, Take's going to hand to him, looking for a little seam in the middle. And the Ricebirds are there for a big tackle for loss.
Yeah, Bo Barnes and Cordero Berry were all over the running back that time. I think that was number 20. Well, it wasn't Rogers. I'm not sure who that was, but it's going to be a loss of 4 on that play. I'll have to get that number in just a minute.
Moves the ball back to the 9-yard line, actually pretty close to the 8-yard line. And the Chickasaws to the line. 2 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Single back standing to the right of the quarterback, and he's going to get the handoff, and that's Rogers trying to get the corner on the far side. The Ricebirds bottle him up and thought for all the world maybe he was going to break loose that time, Brent, but the Birds do wrestle him out of bounds short of the initial line of scrimmage. So it's going to bring up now 3rd down and about 13, I believe. Let's see.
Yeah, Rogers is going to gain about 2 on that, but that's it as the Ricebird defense strung him out. 3rd and long again for the Chickasaws.
They made it up the last time.
They did.
Over 20 yards the last time, 25, I think. 3rd down now and about 13. From deep in their own red zone, here comes Blyththeville with an empty backfield. 2 wide outs to the left, 2 to the right. Man in motion. He's looking. Now the pocket's going to collapse on him, and the Ricebirds are going to sling him down at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, he was looking for Guyton here on the near side, but Guyton had 2 Ricebirds on him. Jordan Miner and Keaton Byers had him covered up, and there was nowhere for Bell to go, and then the pocket just collapsed on him. So the Ricebirds force a punt.
4th down, and it looks like still about 13 to go for the Blyththeville Chickasaws. Their punter's going to be standing just about a yard deep in his own end zone. Ricebirds return man standing back at the Blytheville 40-yard line. Here's the kick, and now there's whistles actually before the kick. Keaton Byers back deep for the Ricebirds.
Ricebirds on Stuttgart.
Guilty of an offsides. Not enough to create a first down. Still should be a punting situation.
Absolutely. It should be 3rd down and about 8 here. Deep in their own territory. So they are leaving the punt team out there.
Keaton Byers again standing back at the Blytheville 40-yard line.
5:05 left here in the first quarter. Ricebird just missed on a couple would-be touchdown passes on their first drive.
Second possession of the night for the Blytheville Chickasaws is going to end in a punt. And, a high snap, but the punter does a good job getting it down, but a bad kick.
Yeah.
Not nearly as good as the first one, but he's going to get a decent roll. It's going to roll all the way out to the 45-yard line, and that's where number 18, Jamarion Wells, will down it for the Blytheville Chickasaws. And the Ricebirds will have it 1st down and 10 for their second possession here of the night. They stalled out and turned it over on downs on their first possession.
Yeah, they did. Let's see if they've got that rust shaken off yet, because a couple of those balls there would have been touchdowns.
Yes.
During the season, I think just a little bit of rust, and the timing was off just a hair.
4:55 to go in the opening quarter. No score. Here come the Ricebirds on their second possession. Both of them have started.
Nobody's covering Hayden Price.
Nobody's covering Hayden Prine over here. And he's, come on, guys, look at me. There he is. He's got it. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. They're going to push him out of bounds inside the 5. Oh, my goodness. Everybody in the stadium, except for the Blytheville football team, saw Hayden on the near side over here with nobody on him.
Yeah, he was wide open, waving his arms, and luckily Kane saw him too, and boy, just made an easy pitch and catch out there, and he makes it down to the 4.
Pushed out of the bounds, first down, goal to go for the Ricebirds. Kane Price, quarterback, empty backfield, shotgun formation. Since Taquan Hall in motion, here's a penalty marker before the snap, and this is going to be a false start on the Ricebirds. It's going to move them back 5 yards.
All right. Maybe a little more of that timing off.
Yeah,
here.
Exactly. 4:49 to go, first quarter, no score. Ricebirds threatening for the second time here tonight.
Yeah, second time in the red zone here. We need to punch it in on this series.
Here come the Ricebirds. Moving from the left to the right, Caden Sims. Taquan Hall lined up to the right of Price. Price is going to take, roll to his right, looking, still looking. Now he's going to fire it in the end zone. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Ricebirds!
Jeremiah Jackson on the little out cut. He went in motion across the right side and just cut it up right into the end zone, and Kane was on the dead run to the far side as well, but just slipped it in there, and Jackson comes down with the catch, keeps his feet in bounds, and the Ricebirds are on board here with 4:41 left in the first quarter with a 6-0 lead. Dawson McKelvey is on for the PAT. Keaton Byers is the holder. There go the fireworks, and I believe the fireworks caused the Ricebirds to move that time.
They flinched for sure.
They sure did. They heard the boom, and then the Ricebirds flinched. They should be used to that by now.
Yeah, back them up 5, and Dawson McKelvey.
But you know, in their defense, we haven't had a home game in almost a month. So
there you go. Dawson McKelvey will have it teed up. This extra point will be from the 15-yard line, a 25-yard extra point attempt out of the hold of Keaton Byers. Good hold. Kick is up, and it is good. And the Stuttgart Ricebirds draw first blood in this second-round playoff game. They lead the Blyththeville Chickasaw 7-0. Back with more Stuttgart Ricebird football in 30 seconds.
Offering the very latest in design engineering, your steel building is engineered and tailored to your exact specifications with a minimal amount of wasted space. Pearson Company specializes in complete turnkey projects. Pearson Company offers complete construction services from beginning to end. For your pre-engineered steel building needs, look to Pearson Company, 209 North Purple in Stuttgart, for quality and construction building needs.
And we welcome you back to Stuttgart Ricebird football, powered by Petrus in Stuttgart. 3 locations, including Japco on 13th and Park Avenue. You got Petrus Chevrolet GMC on 19th and Main, and then out across from Max Prairie Wings for Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. It's Petrus Auto Sales. Petrus, they got your transportation needs on the Grand Prairie covered. Dawson McKelvey's kick is going to be fielded at the 11, back across the 15, the 20, now going to the far side of the field, across the 25, and out near the 30-yard line. I believe that's where the Ricebird scrum is going to bring down the ball carrier, and it pushes forward even about 3 more yards after that. So shy of the 35-yard line. Let's see where the officials set it down. Ricebirds capitalized on their second possession, had great field position all night. First was a great fumble force and return by Knox Hillman all the way down to the 30-yard line. Ricebirds turned it over on down shy of the end zone, but they get another shot after a short punt, and they punch that one in from 8 yards out. Jeremiah Jackson on the receiving end. Here's a handoff. Courtney Rogers. Courtney breaks the first wave of Ricebird tacklers on the far sideline. He powers his way across the first down stick. He's going to have the ball all the way out to the Chickasaw's 45-yard line for a fresh set of downs.
Going to have about 12 of them. The Ricebirds are trying to tackle him high, but he's not one that you can tackle high. You're going to have to wrap his legs up and take him down to the ground. He picks up a first down there.
Big senior. He's team leader, according to Coach Stinson, for the Blytheville Chickasaws, and he's a dandy. Their quarterback, Chad Bell, number 3. Shotgun formation has Rogers lined up to his right side. He's got 2 wideouts to the right, which is the wide side of the field. Calls for the ball. Takes, hands off. Rogers in the line. Boy, I mean, he hits a brick wall and bounces off of it and just keeps chugging. Oh, my goodness, all the way out to the 49-yard line. Gain of, what, about 4?
4, yeah. Gain of about 4. And Darnell leads Hamburg 7-0 here in the first quarter. Now, Kel Lewis just ran it into the end zone, but it was called back on a penalty.
Thank you for that update there. Big ball game there.
It is.
No question about it. A couple of really big ones being played around the state. Of course, Ricebird fans honed in on this one right here at Ned Mosley Stadium. Big game for the Ricebirds taking on the Blytheville Chickasaws. Round 2 for the Chickasaws. Big winners last week over Pottsville. Chad Bell, quarterback, fires out in the flats, got a man complete, and then, oh boy, what a great open field individual tackle by the Ricebirds, number 14.
Jordan Minor wrapped up Guyton. Guyton does have the size advantage on Jordan, but Jordan laid a lick on him. Only going to be a gain of about 2 on that one.
Moves the ball into Ricebird territory at the 48-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 3 with 2:42 to go. Clock moving here, opening quarter. Stuttgart with a 7-0 lead. The Chickasaws in all white break the huddle on the near hash mark, moving from the left to the right. 2 wide outs to the left, which is the wide side of the field. Bell calls for the ball, got a different ball carrier in the backfield now, trying to get the corner on the far side. The Ricebirds wrap him up short of the line of scrimmage.
Boy, knocks him and tracked him all the way down on the line of scrimmage and wrapped him up, and that's going to be no gain on the play. That was number 7 on the carry, Trayvon Orr, and he got nothing.
Interesting call now for Coach Stinson on 4th down and about 4.
I would assume that he's probably going to go for it here.
Well, you know, when you've got somebody like Courtney Rogers in your backfield, you just might kind of lean that direction when you get in a situation like this.
I think so. He's another one of the great backs that the Ricebirds have faced this year.
No question about that. And I bet we're going to get to see his talents right here. 4th down and 4 from the Ricebird 49-yard line. And there is a whistle and a timeout. Blytheville, the Chickasaws want to talk about it. Let's take a quick 30-second timeout with them. You're listening to Stuttgart Ricebird football on Country 97.3 FM, part of the EAB Sports Network.
Your business is up against a lot of things these days. Inflation costs, workforce issues, federal overreach. The list of things keeping you up at night keeps getting longer. The Arkansas State Chamber Associated Industries of Arkansas is here to help. We're constantly working to improve the business climate and make Arkansas as competitive as possible. The Arkansas State Chamber Associated Industries of Arkansas works tirelessly for your business so you can rest easy. Join us today.
And we welcome you back to Ned Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart for Ricebird football, powered by Petrus in Stuttgart. Hey, model year end clearance underway at the Chevy GMC store on 19th and Main, as well as the Ford Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram store out across from Max Prairie Wing. Check out Petrus. Coming to the near side, Courtney passes the line of scrimmage, and he takes off, and it takes a couple of Ricebirds. Knox Hillman's one of them. Push him out of bounds, but he easily gets the 1st down here on the near side, all the way down to the Ricebird 22-yard line.
Yeah, Ricebirds let him get to the edge that time, and you know, you got to try to force him back inside there, but Ricebirds just unable to do that, and he picks up the 1st down.
And he got the Chickasaw set up just outside the Ricebird red zone at the Stuttgart 22-yard line. 1:28 to go. Clock stops as the play goes out of bounds. Still in the first quarter, Stuttgart leads 7-0. From the near hash mark, moving from the left to the right, got a little power package over here on the right. And it is a Wildcat directly to Courtney Rogers.
Yep. Yeah, they're just trying to bring everybody in and just try to push it straight up the field here. He's going to pick up 3 on 1st down.
Moves the ball just by its length into Ricebird red zone, just inside the 20-yard line.
10 carries for Rogers in the first quarter, and now he will check out of the game.
2nd down and 7. Ricebirds make a couple of adjustments as well. Looks like Kipton Carey checking in for the Birds. Chickasaws break the huddle, come to the line of scrimmage. 2 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Single back standing to the right, Abell, the quarterback. Takes, hands off into the line. Running room for number 7. Boy, and I'm telling you what, the Ricebirds having trouble getting him on the ground as he just keeps twisting and turning all the way down to the Ricebird 5-yard line. It's going to be first down, goal to go, coming up for the Blyththeville Chickasaws.
And that's Trayvon Orr, number 7. He picks up 14 yards, and he kind of was backing his way down the field there. Makes it all the way down to the 5. Rogers still on the sidelines. Quarterback Chad Bell back in the game.
He started to come back in, and then they turned him around, and he came back out. Bell with 2 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. He goes to hand off to the left. There's nobody there, so he just tucks it down, gets it back to the line of scrimmage. 5-yard line is going to bring up second down and goal now from the 5.
The running back went to the right. Bell turned to the left, and there was nobody there. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, and then that's the end of the first quarter.
We got one in the books. The Stuttgart Ricebirds with an early 7-0 lead over the Blyththeville Chickasaws. We're back with second quarter action on Country 97.3 FM in 1 minute.
Freemeyer's Best Brands Plus has been supporting Ricebirds athletics for 43 years in Stuttgart. We're honored to be a part of the Ricebird tradition. Freemeyer's has joined with some of the best brands in America, including Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Lazy Boy, and Sealy, to be able to supply our customers with the best values. Now Freemeyer's has gone a step further with guaranteed price matching. If you need home furnishings, make sure you check with Freemeyer's at 201 South Main in downtown Stuttgart. Best brands, best prices, best people.
It's time for a road trip to Hot Springs National Park, Arkansas, home to the legendary thermal waters giving Hot Springs its name. This unique mountain town features historic bathhouses, hiking trails, biking trails, a 4-story treehouse, roller coasters, a casino, horse races, bathtub races, an interactive science museum, fishing, boating, parades, a bustling downtown, and a peaceful vista overlooking it all. Hot Springs, Arkansas. It's time for a road trip. For more info, visit hotsprings.org.
We welcome you back to the start of the second quarter for Ned Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart for Ricebird football. Stuttgart leads Blytheville 7-0. Blytheville with the ball. Second down, goal to go at the Stuttgart 5-yard line as we switch ends. Chickasaws now going from the right to the left. Little wildcat action. Courtney Rogers takes it, and he takes it into the end zone. Thought the Ricebirds had a shot, maybe a tackle for a loss on that, but not from that young man. I tell you what, he used his skills, and he broke a couple of tackles, and he walked into the end zone.
Yeah, he sure did. He bounced off of a couple Ricebirds that time. Ricebird just tried to hit him and take him down, but you have to wrap up that young man's legs, and he definitely knows how to find the end zone, and he puts the Chickasaws on the board here with 11:54 left in the second quarter. And the kicker is on now. That's number 23, Yair Gonzalez.
Right foot, soccer-style kicker. A low snap, but a good hold. The kick is up, and it is no good, and the Ricebirds lead remains, but there's a penalty marker down.
Yep. Let's
wait and see what's going on here.
Yeah, the kick was off to the right, but there's a flag on the play. Illegal substitution on Blytheville, so I'm sure the Ricebirds will not accept that one unless it goes on the kickoff.
And that's what Coach Price is trying to get some clarification on out there. Ricebirds with a 7-6 lead after that missed extra point by Blytheville.
They're going to let him re-kick it? Are you kidding me?
They're going to call that dead ball? That's not what they signaled.
Well,
if it's dead ball, then you should have blew it dead. They didn't. They didn't blow it dead.
Well, that'll be a mulligan for their kicker, Yair.
Yep.
And
I bet he don't miss 2 in a row.
I bet he doesn't either.
Wow.
That was a little gift there.
Yeah, and I know they ran a player on there late, but everybody was set.
High snap.
No, I think this was off to the left.
Block this one.
Yeah.
They get some hands on this one.
Yep.
It was a high snap where the last one was a low snap, and it just enough for the Ricebirds to get in there and get a hand on it, and no good. And the Ricebirds lead remains 7-6. We're back with more Stuttgart Ricebird football on Country 97.3 FM in 30 seconds.
Great coaches know that success on the field takes more than just athletic ability. It takes a winning strategy. And at Southern Bancorp, we believe the same applies to banking. Whether you need competitive rates on loans and accounts to keep you in the game, or financial tools like credit counseling and homebuyer education to move the ball down the field, we can help. Visit banksouthern.com today and let's build your winning strategy. Southern Bancorp, wealth builders for everyone. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Or you know your kicker well enough to know that he needs a second.
Welcome back to Mosley Stadium. The Stuttgart Ricebirds lead the Blytheville Chickasaws 7-6. Blytheville just scored and missed the extra point, and the Birds retain their lead. And I'm not sure that was an onside kick attempt, but it was kicked right to Hayden Prine. And let me tell you, Clutch got his hands on that one, and he wasn't going to let go of it. Wasn't going to let it get by him either. And the Ricebirds are going to have great field position, Brent.
Yeah, I don't think it was an onside kick. I think it was just one of those low, hard line drives kick, but boy, it went right to Hayden, and boy, he wrapped it up and took it down. So great field position for the Ricebirds.
Always ready, I'm telling you
right.
what.
Just like he was against Hamburg when they had their onside kick. Hayden Prime was right there to cover.
Birds start at their own 47-yard line with 11:54 to go in the first half. They lead 7-6. Birds moving from the left to the right, dressed in all maroon. Chickasaws in all white. Straight back to pass. Kane Price looking. He's got a man over here in the near side. Complete at the 35, and he's finally going to be wrestled out of bounds at about the 25-yard line on the reception for the Ricebirds. Number 17, Caden Sims.
Yeah, Caden Sims, his first catch in a few weeks, but boy, a nicely thrown ball, and Caden Sims went up and got it. Gain of 28.
Against number 14, Joshua Holton, and number 22, Cameron Clay, defending for Blytheville. Ricebirds first down and 10 at the Chicks' 25-yard line. Birds working from the near hash mark from the left to the right, headed south here at Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart. Taquan Hall lined up to the left. The quarterback gets the handoff into the line, dancing around. He's going to end up with about 4 yards, I believe, down to about the 21-yard line.
Yep, 4 yards on first down. I thought Taquan could have jumped right back outside to the left. He might have had some more room, but just couldn't get out there. But still a nice gain on first down.
Christian Henson, the center, the sophomore, down over the ball, leading the Ricebirds to the line. Here they come with 3 wide outs to the left, slot on the right. Taquan Hall lined up to the left of Price. And a little movement on the line. The Birds will have to back up 5.
Yep, they will. Several Ricebirds.
Yeah, it wasn't just one. You're right, Brent.
Several of them flinched that time. I don't know if Kane was trying a little hard count maybe, but it's going to cost the Ricebirds 5, so it's going to be second down and 11 now from the 26.
Here come the Birds. 3 wide outs to the left, wide side of the field. Kane Price takes a snap, rolling to his left, looking, fires, and incomplete on the far sideline. A diving effort over there
by Horde, Jamarion Horde, right at the first down marker. Just couldn't come up with it. And it's going to bring up third down and 11 here. Of course, the Ricebirds probably have 2 plays to get this. I don't think they'll try a field goal from there if they don't get anything here.
10:57 to go in the first half. Stuttgart with a 7-6 lead. In second round playoff action, the Ricebirds taking on the Blytheville Chickasaws out of the 3-4A conference. They're the number 3 seed. Fake to Hall. Now he just dumps it across to Hall, and Hall can't break free. I thought he was going to have a chance to at least get a first down on that, if not more. But a nice shoestring tackle out there by the Chickasaws. Stop him short of the first down, short of the 20-yard line. So the Birds now looking at fourth down and about 7.
Yeah, and about 7. I don't think Taquan knew that player was behind him at all. Otherwise, he might have tried to jump outside there, but just couldn't get free.
Here come the Ricebirds, fourth down and 7. 2 wide outs to the right, balls toward the center of the field. Kane Price takes the snap, straight back to pass, firing toward the corner of the end zone. He's got a man, Caden Sims, complete, touchdown, Ricebirds! Oh my goodness, perfectly thrown, perfectly caught, and the Ricebirds stretch their lead.
Yeah, 21-yard touchdown reception there to Caden Sims on fourth down and 7. Just a deep out cut to the corner, and boy, Kane laid it out there perfectly, and Caden had about 2 steps on his man, and a big fourth down conversion there, and the Ricebirds are in the end zone for the second time tonight. Dawson McKelvey on for the PAT.
Out of the hold of Keaton Byers, the left foot, soccer-style kicker, Dawson McKelvey. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and it is good, and the Stuttgart Ricebirds lead the Blytheville Chickasaws 14-6. We're back with more Stuttgart Ricebird football in 30 seconds.
No matter where you are from, a big city, a small small town, or somewhere in between, you'll find your place at the University of Arkansas. With a vibrant campus community, including the full Razorback and SEC experience, an unbeatable mix of academic excellence and outdoor fun, U of A is the place to be. Learn from our world-class faculty, benefit from our record scholarship funding for Arkansans, and access resources to launch your future career. The University of Arkansas, your path starts here.
We welcome you back to Stuttgart Ricebird football. It's powered by Petrus in Stuttgart, 3 locations. And don't forget out at Japco, 13th and Park Avenue. They've got great selection of trailers. They've got deer stands, deer feeders, and a great selection of pre-owned used. That's Japco, part of the Petrus Auto Group in Stuttgart. Dawson McKelvey's kick is fielded at the 12-yard line, back across the 20, 25, 30, and Ricebird's special teams unit going to push the return man out at about the 36-yard line. So good return and good field position coming up for the Blyththeville Chickasaws.
Got some scoring updates here, Lynn.
Okay.
Gravett leads Monticello 14-0 at the end of the first. Also at the end of the first, Dardanelle 7-3 over Hamburg, and Warren up 12-0 over Gosnell late in the first quarter.
Well, tip my hat, I guess, to that Dardanelle defense, huh?
Yes. Yeah. Well, I did see Lewis made it into the end zone on one, but they had a flag that called them back. But yeah.
First down and 10 for Blytheville. From their own 36-yard line, take handoff. Courtney Rogers looking for a little room, and he just get hammered at the line of scrimmage. And finally, the Ricebirds bring him down.
He gets nothing. You're talking about that Dardanelle defense, Lynn, but the Dardanelle offense likes to run the ball and use that clock to keep the ball away from Hamburg. And we have an injured Chickasaw on the field out there.
Yeah, right about where the play ended up.
Yeah.
And they're going to make the way up on its feet.
Oh, and it is Courtney Rogers.
Courtney Rogers.
Yeah, he is limping. Might have maybe somebody stepped on his ankle. Might have a turned ankle.
It doesn't have the appearance of a cramp.
No.
But now, obviously, we're a long ways away, and he's starting to put a little bit of pressure on. Hope he's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Talented young man.
But it's warm enough for a cramp tonight.
You're exactly right. You're exactly right. Second down and 10. No gain on the last play. Here come the Chicks from their own 36-yard line, from the far hash mark, moving from the right to the left on your radio dial. From the south to the north. Bell, quarterback, going to air this one out long. He's got a receiver down there, and it is caught, but I think it is out of bounds.
Yeah, he was just got pushed out of bounds, I think. He went up to catch it, caught the ball, but just got pushed out of bounds. Was just unable to stay in bounds with it. So a nice play there for the Ricebirds to force him out of bounds. And that's going to bring up third down and 10. And I don't see Rogers not back out there yet. 9:27 left here in the first half. Ricebirds with the 14-6 lead. Blytheville now with a third down and 10 from their own 36. Ricebirds would love to get a stop here, see if they could maybe force a punt. Rogers is still on the sidelines. Bell.
He's got his helmet off, sitting on the bench on the far sideline. Got some field glasses on him there. Hope he's going to be okay. Here come the Chickasaws. A little screen pass complete. Going to be close to first down yardage. Going to be about a yard short.
Yeah, he is. That was number 5 on the catch. He made a nice move back inside and picked up the extra 3 or 4 yards that he needed to get right to the stick.
And here comes Mr. 1 Yard, I can promise you.
Oh, yeah.
Courtney Rogers, he's back on the field.
Absolutely. It's just going to be a wildcat snap, and they're going to bring everybody up inside and just run it straight ahead, I feel sure.
Right in front of Brent and I's broadcast position at the 45-yard line on the Blytheville side of the ball. Wildcat coming up. Courtney Rogers shaking up a couple of plays ago.
Yeah, the play clock was running down, so timeout, Blytheville.
Took a little while to get all the personnel in the right spot, so they're going to take a timeout. Let's take a quick 30-second timeout with them. You're listening to Stuttgart Ricebird Football on Country 97.3 FM. We're part of the EAB Sports Network.
Time for another change? What about a new battery? Harry's Rapid Lube in Stuttgart has you covered. At Harry's Rapid Lube, they have DM Dexos certified oil, along with quality Pennzoil, and they can change your air filter and windshield wipers, and even replace your rundown battery with an interstate battery. You don't need an appointment. Just drive in. For quality service, for quality people, see Harry's Rapid Lube at 2208 South Timber in Stuttgart, or phone 672-7200. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Back at Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart on 4th down and 1, the Blytheville Chickasaws. Wildcat formation. Courtney Rogers takes the snap over the left side. He's going to have the first down and more as he gets out across midfield, and fresh set of downs coming up for the Chickasaws.
Yeah, he's going to have about 7 on that play, Lynn. And Riceburg just continue to kind of get sucked inside, and then he just breaks it back outside and finds the corner. And he's going to have a first down. 13 carries already for Rogers, 89 yards and 1 touchdown.
Of course, just a couple plays before that, he limped off the field after being on the ground there for a little while.
Yeah.
But looks like he's shaking off whatever it was, and he stays in the ball game as they move the ball into Riceburg territory at the Stuttgart 48-yard line. Again, the Chickasaws in all white moving from the right to the left. Bell, the quarterback, takes. He hands off Rogers into the line, and oh my goodness, I thought for a second there Brenny was going to break out and it's going to be just green grass, but hole gets clogged up pretty quick. Keaton Byers comes in there to kind of seal it up. Also, number 13, Kipton Carey for the Birds.
He picks up 5 on first down there, and Blytheville doing exactly what they need to do here, picking up some yards on the ground, run the clock, and keeping the chains moving.
It's what they do best, Brent, and the Ricebirds would love to be able to get out on top of them and force them out of their game. But so far, that Chickasaw defense has been pretty salty. 2 wide outs to the right. That's number 12, Jomir Guyton. Send him in motion from the right to the left. Quarterback Bell airs this one out long, and he's got a receiver and 2 defenders for the Ricebirds right there. Knock it away, incomplete.
Keaton Byers and I believe Jordan Minor out. Yeah, no, that was Brylan Hogan, I think, number 19 out there. Yeah, great coverage. They timed it just perfectly. They went up with Guyton and batted the ball down. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 5.
I tell you what, you got to be impressed with Bell's arm, though. I mean, he sails that thing out there. And of course, he's got some tall guys to catch it, too.
Absolutely. Kind of like Hamburg, you know.
Yes.
Caden Thomas just likes to throw it up to those big, tall receivers and just let them go get it.
From the near hash mark, moving from the right to the left, here come the Blytheville Chickasaws. 3rd down and 5. Direct snap to Courtney Rogers. Turns the corner. 1st down and more. Pushed out of bounds on the far sideline over there by the Ricebirds.
Well, that seems to be an easy fix. I'm thinking on defense, you got to get somebody outside. You know, I mean, we all just get sucked inside, you know, and he just takes it around the corner every time, and he picks up another 1st down there and some pretty big yardage.
Let me tell you, and he gets those legs churning now in open space. You'd think twice before you dove for those legs, I'll tell you. 1st down and 10 for Blytheville from the Stuttgart 29-yard line. Ball's now on the far hash mark. Chickasaws headed toward that beautiful new Riceburg Arena on the north end of the field here at Ned Mosley Stadium. Take, handoff, Rogers into the line, and he gets into that secondary again. He's going to be close to 1st down yardage for the Ricebirds. Can gang tackle him and bring him down.
I think he's going to have it just by about a football length.
On the far side of the field. Excuse me, Brent.
Still no signal, though.
And they're going to mark it
short.
Just short, but goodness, it can't be much because that stick on the far sideline, it looks like it's just past the 20-yard line towards the 19, and the ball, I guess, is touching the 20. So 2nd down and just about the length of the football.
And Rogers goes over the 100-yard mark in the first half.
Bill, the quarterback, calls for the ball, and he fumbles it. He goes back and recovers it at the 32-yard line. Of course, he didn't know anybody was close to him or not. He could have probably picked that up and saved a big loss, but it goes back to the 31-yard line. Big break for the Ricebirds there.
Oh, absolutely.
Of course, and I know they're coached to do that too, Brent.
Oh, for sure, yeah, for sure. But, 3rd down and less – 2nd down and less than a yard, and that was 3rd down and 12. Yeah, a huge loss there. So the Ricebirds get a break here now. Let's take advantage of it and try to get this offense off the field. The clock's running down. They might have to. Nah, it's at 10 now. They're probably going to get the play off, but it might be close.
Wildcat again. Courtney Rogers. No, let's see. That is Bell at quarterback. Bell at quarterback, number 3.
Flag on the play here. It's going to be an illegal procedure, so it's going to back them up 5 more yards.
All right, it's going to be a false start.
Yeah, be 3rd down and about 17 or so. Oh, 3rd down and long.
It's going to be 3rd down and long, almost Dodge Store.
Yep.
Speaking of Dodge Store, they fed the football teams and the cheerleaders today. Thank you so much for Dodge Store for supporting the Stuttgart Ricebirds. Fed them their game day meal today. Appreciate that very much. And again, I want to thank Wilkerson Jewelers sponsoring the fireworks tonight. 3rd down and a long way. 3rd down and 16. Straight back to pass. Fires across the middle. It's going to be picked off with the Ricebirds. Kipton Carey. He's got it at the 30-yard line, and the Birds get the 2nd turnover of the night.
There you go. Kipton Carey was right there. I don't know if the receiver turned the wrong way or what, but both the pass was from right to Carey, and the Ricebirds pick up their 2nd turnover of the night. And boy, thanks to that bad snap, and then you get the penalty on there, and backs them way up, and it gets them out of what they want to do, and boy, the Ricebirds take advantage of that with the interception.
That lucky 13 steps in there and grabs it. Kipton Carey for the Birds. Here come the Ricebirds now. 1st down and 10 from their own 28-yard line. 3 wide outs to the left, which is the wide side of the field. Empty backfield. Kane Price, the quarterback. Single wide out on the right is Johnson. Straight back to pass, now being chased. Starts one way, comes back the other way, still being chased, and finally throws, and he's got a man.
Yeah,
Caden Sims
caught it. He caught it. He bobbled it, but then he gathered it back up.
And we got a penalty marker on the far sideline over there, Brent.
We do. He bobbled the catch, but
the official very quickly came in and gave the catch.
Oh, yeah, he did. He gathered it back up while he was still in bounds.
This one looks like it's going to go against the Ricebirds. The official that's holding the ball is.
He looks like he wants to march back.
Yes, he does. He looks like he wants to go north. Head north, young man.
It would have been a gain of maybe 6 or 7 on the play. Sims came back to the balls, holding on the defense.
Defensive holding. Wow. And that'll be better than the gain on the play.
Yeah, it will. And the gain on the play was for about, where they have it marked 4 yards. To Caden Sims.
The flag thrown at the 34-yard line, way over on the far side, outside the numbers on the far side of the field.
Yep, that could be one of the plays where the receivers just had the man beat, and he just grabbed him, to keep him from running free down the field.
5:35 to go here in the first half. Stuttgart with a 14-6 lead in this 2nd round playoff game. In Class 4A.
They're marking that off from the line of scrimmage? No, okay. There we go. So we do. So do we get to play? Let's see. Well, I don't know what. I don't know if it's going to be 1st down, 2nd down, what?
It's now they're going to move the sticks, so it is going to be 1st down for the Ricebirds.
Yeah.
And they'll have it at their own 38-yard line. 1st down and 10 after all of that. Send QT Johnson in motion from the right to the left on a little quick pitch. Turns the corner, gets the ball forward out across the 45.
He's going to
gain about 7, Brent, something like that.
Yeah, 7, I think. Boy, and what a block from Taquan Hall. He just pancake blocked somebody out there on the corner and sprung QT forward. Yeah, it's going to be a gain of 7 on that for Johnson.
Moves the ball to the 45-yard line. Ball's on the far hash mark here again in the 2nd quarter. Birds moving from the left to the right, from the north to the south, headed towards Lenox here for those familiar with the area.
5:29 left in the 2nd quarter.
Birds lead 14-6. Taquan Hall lined up to the left to Price, the quarterback. 2 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Going to hand to Hall. Hall's got some running room across midfield, and boy, I tell you what, he runs into a couple defenders, but he hit that. He hit that hole wide open and gets a 1st down for the Ricebirds into Blyththeville-Chickasaw territory.
He's going to have 7 on that and a 1st down. 4 carries, 27 yards for a Hall. and the Birds move into Blyththeville territory here. The clock rolling, 5:17 left in the second quarter. The Birds have all 3 timeouts left.
Christian Henson leads the Rice Birds to the line, the sophomore center. Down over the ball. Everybody's in tight. Little receiver package on the left side. Everybody's in tight. Price takes a little shuttle pass forward to QT. And we got penalty markers coming in now. Looks like this is probably going to be a hold, although it got close to being a face mask or a horse collar.
Yeah.
But looks like it's going to be against the Rice Birds.
And it was a hold. And that was a new little wrinkle there from the Rice Birds. They kind of faked the pitch to the far side and then ran that shovel pass to the near side to QT. And we have a Blyththeville Chickasaw down here at the 40. Can't tell who that is, but they are coming out to check on him. But due to the penalty, the ball now moves back into Stuttgart territory. They're going to have it at their own 42. First down and 20.
Let's see if we can get the field glasses on the young man that's down.
Yeah, he is laying down on his back, and it looked like he got his hands across his chest. I just can't pick out the number.
And they still tending to him here.
Number 20.
Now he gets up.
Yeah, number 22. That's Cameron Clay. He is up and walking off under his own power. Looks like he may be okay. While we got a minute, here's some score updates. Southside leads Elkins 14-10. Gravett 28-6 over Monticello. Warren 19-6 over Gosnell. And Clinton and Arkadelphia tied at 10.
Great updates there, Brent. Interesting games going on around the Class 4A playoffs here tonight. Got a good one here. Rice Birds lead 14-6 with the ball back in their own territory. Looking at a first down and 20. Price takes a snap straight back to pass. Now being chased. Now reverses field again. And he turns the ball upfield, and he's going to be leveled pretty good out of bounds. Now here comes a late flag. And
that's a late flag.
And for all the world, the guy in the white hat far away from it's the one that threw the flag.
Yeah.
And you got 2 other guys standing right there. Now, granted, they may not have been looking right at the play, but you kind of got to wonder about, about that.
Yeah, Kane scrambled around long enough to turn it upfield. He's going to gain about 5 or 6 yards, but the flag should add quite a bit of yardage to that.
Should be 15 because that was he was thumped pretty good out of bounds.
Yeah, it should be. Looks like they're getting ready. They're going to wave it off.
They are going to wave it off.
Well, I don't know if maybe he thought it might have been a horse collar, and then he checked with the guys that were standing closer, and they said it wasn't. But all right, it's going to be a gain of 4 on the play. And that's going to be it.
He ran about 30 yards. I'll point that out. Yeah. 3 wide outs to the right, wide side of the field. Price takes, fakes into the line. Straight back to pass, looking, going to air this one out long. He's got Keaton Byers at the 10, the 5, put it on the scoreboard. Keaton Byers takes it to the house.
Boy, glad to see Keaton get some offensive plays in there. Boy, he had his man beat, and Kane hit him right in stride. 52 yards, and the Rice Birds strike again. And they now take a 20-6 lead over Blyththeville with 4:23 left in the first half. Boy, what a pretty play all the way around. Keaton Byers on the post pattern ran by the D-back. He had about 3 yards on him, and Kane hit him right in stride.
He gathers his breath and gets it in because he's the holder on special teams. Good snap, good hold, kick is up. And Dawson McKelvey stays true on the night. The Rice Birds stretch their lead 21-6 over the Blyththeville Chickasaws with 4:23 to go in the first half. We're back with more Stuttgart Rice Bird football in 30 seconds.
More students are turning to UA Little Rock because we're leading the way in making college affordable for all Arkansans. With the Pell Grant, the Arkansas Academic Challenge Scholarship, and our half-off scholarship, you can get a college degree without debt. Don't qualify for Pell? No problem. We have options to help you affordably earn a 4-year degree. With scholarships and campus jobs, we're removing barriers for all. That's the Trojan Guarantee. Expect more with UA Little Rock.
How you doing, my friend? And we welcome Kenny Hill into the press box here.
Stuttgart legend.
There you go.
Kenny Hill.
Absolutely. Welcome back to Stuttgart Ricebird football, powered by Petrus in Stuttgart with their 3 locations. Of course, Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram is out across from Max Prairie Wings. And they are one of the 3 Petrus Auto Group dealerships that have your transportation needs on the Grand Prairie covered. Dawson McKelvey set to kick for the Ricebirds, moves up, puts that left foot into an end-over-end kick, and it's going to hit at about the 14-yard line and bounce out of bounds there, and the Blyththeville Chickasaws can take it at the 35.
Yep. Lynn, how about that offensive line on that pass play?
Oh, man.
Giving Kane enough time to air that ball out. He had a nice clean pocket there, and he found Keaton. But I tell you what, how big would it be here for the Ricebirds to keep Blyththeville out of the end zone here, and then the Ricebirds get the ball
to start
starting out, and if they could get a touchdown on the board, then really could get some separation here. But it's a big possession here for Blytheville.
No question about that. The big man, Courtney Rogers, hobbled off a little bit earlier in the second quarter, but he came back a couple plays later. He's back in there as well. He gets the handoff. Ricebirds chase him down from behind and sling him down after a short gain of a couple.
DeMar McKinney wraps him up pretty quick there. It's going to be a gain of only 2 on that play. Good job by DeMar.
From the 37-yard line in the center of the field, moving from the right to the left, the white-clad Blytheville Chickasaws. White pants, white jerseys, white helmets. Got an arrow with feathers.
Like a spear?
Yeah, a spear.
Like a Florida State.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. That's their motif on their helmet. Real sharp. Bill, the quarterback, calls for the ball. Straight back to pass. Now he's being chased out of the pocket. Going to be sacked for a loss.
Yeah, nobody open downfield, and then the pocket just collapsed on him. Carmelo Minner wraps him up and takes him down. It's going to be a 3-yard loss. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 11 with 3:28 left to go here in the first half.
Ricebirds all 3 timeouts as well.
Yep.
Blytheville just has 1 timeout left here in the first half. Ricebirds love to get a stop right here and force a punt. Bell, the quarterback, shotgun formation, claps his hands for the ball, takes it, rolls to his right, fires, and this one is going to be almost
intercepted. Yeah, almost. That was Kipton carry again, but he was having to slide down and go low for it. Just couldn't come up with it, but it's going to bring up 4th down and 11.
And a punting situation as here comes the punt team for the Blytheville Chickasaws. 3:04 to go. Clock stops with the incompletion. And the Ricebirds are going to have plenty of time to work with here still in the second quarter.
Absolutely. I was just looking for a stop and maybe a 21-6 halftime score, but now the Birds are going to have time to get some more points on the board.
Number 33, Chandler Chambers, checks in for the Ricebirds. Oh, a low snap to the punter, but he picks it up and he gets a dandy off.
He does.
He chases Keaton Byers back to his own 30, comes back to the 40, 45, breaks a tackle, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Put it on the scoreboard. Keaton Byers with his 2nd consecutive touchdown.
Keaton Byers caught that ball at about the 35. Weaved his way all the way down the field and put the Ricebirds back on the board here. And we got number 18 for Blytheville getting up a little slow. He took a pretty good block down there. It was pretty close to a block in the back, but no flag came out to the Ricebirds' advantage. And Keaton Byers finds his way into the end zone, and that was such a good punt. I think he kind of out-kicked his coverage. He sure did, and Keaton Byers picked up some blocks, made it right down the sidelines, and, you said it, his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And he's also the holder for the extra points. He is in place. Dawson McKelvey, left foot soccer-style kicker. Good snap, good hold, and this one is blocked.
It's blocked, sure is. Number 2, I think it's
22 possibly?
22, yeah, 22.
Cameron Clay.
Yeah,
I think
he got a hand on
it. Anyway, it falls incomplete. Falls no good, and the Ricebird lead is 27-6. We'll take another quick 30-second timeout. You're listening to Ricebird Football on Country 97.3 FM, part of the EAB Sports Network.
Well, we got a
This is Carrie D of the Katie Show, also now known as
break on that. That was walking.
Yeah.
The Big Move. We are moving from our Berkeley Street address to our new home at 2115 South Columbus Street. We have 3 times more space than before. We will announce a grand reopening
opening celebration later. But for now, we will begin serving you at 2115 South Columbus in Stuttgart. Call for your next appointment at 870-873-4300.
Back in Ned Mosley Stadium for second round playoff action in Class 4A high school football. The Ricebirds lead the Chickasaws of Blyththeville 27-6. Dawson McKelvey's just kicked off. And those of you watching on the EAB Sports Network Stuttgart Riceburg YouTube channel, I'm guessing that you just got a good chuckle right there as the return man for Blytheville pushed his blocker down, and that was just kind of humorous. One of those things you had to see to find the humor in it. But a nice return, going to be good field position for the Blytheville Chickasaws at their own 39-yard line. 2:42 to go here in the first half. And again, the Ricebirds, off of a couple of touchdowns, consecutive touchdowns, lead Blytheville 27-6.
All right, Keaton Byers with the last two touchdowns, and the Ricebirds open it up a little bit here for a half, but they need to keep Blytheville out of the end zone here.
Two wide outs to the right, which is the short side of the field, but he's just going to hand it to Courtney Rogers, getting that corner on the right side. He gets hit, but, boy, he just twists forward for a 5-yard gain.
He sure did. He got hit and spun forward, and now he's kind of limping back off a little bit. I think that spin might have kind of aggravated that ankle injury there.
You know, and I'm telling you, he's getting hit a lot out there. He's showing his strength. I'm telling you what, he is stout, 6'2", 220-pound senior. And my understanding is he's being recruited as a linebacker, but now, Brent, I don't think I've seen him in defense.
No,
tonight.
I don't think so. He's got 18 carries, 122 yards in the first half.
Second down 5 coming up for the Chickasaws from their own 44-yard line. Man in motion from the right to the left. Pitch to him on a little speed pitch, and about 4 Ricebirds are going to corral him. And he's going to have a first down into Ricebird territory. On the carry, I believe that was number 2, if I'm not mistaken. That's Jatavion Wilson.
Yeah, Jatavion Wilson on the little speed sweep there. He's going to pick up 8 yards and a first down. As we move under 2 minutes here, 1:46, and the clock is stopped as Stuttgart takes a timeout.
Timeout, Stuttgart. Let's take a quick 30-second timeout with them. You're listening to Stuttgart Ricebird Football on Country 97.3 FM, part of the EAB Sports Network.
Autumn in Arkansas means duck hunt. So Saracen Casino and Smart Chevrolet bring you the hottest duck hunting truck in America. A custom-built Ducks Unlimited Chevy Chevrolet. American luxury coaches built only a handful of DU trucks annually. And Saracen Casino will give away one of these extremely limited editions this month. Way to win an amazing Ducks Unlimited custom-built Chevy pickup only from Saracen.
Saracen Casino Resort, Vegas, Arkansas style.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLING.
Welcome back to Ned Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart, where the Stuttgart Ricebirds lead the Blytheville Chickasaws 27-6 with 1:46 to go in the first half. Blytheville with the ball in Stuttgart territory at the Ricebird 47-yard line. Coming out of a Ricebird timeout, here come the Chicks with 3 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Quarterback Bell back to pass, looking, fires, and he's got a man complete inside the Ricebird 40, inside the 35, and wrestled down at about the 34-yard line.
It's number 5, Lewis on the catch. He's going to have 13 and a first down. Couple scoring updates here, Lynn. Hamburg leads Dardanelle 13-7 at half, and Warren is all over Gosnell 27-6.
There you go. 8-4A showing out here tonight. Handoff, Courtney Rogers breaks through the line, still on his feet, just bulldozing through players, some of his own players as well.
Yep.
And he gets the ball down close to, and I believe he's got a first down too, Brent.
Yeah, he does. He's going to have close to 12 yards. Yeah, with 1:19 left here, and the Chicks on the move.
From the Ricebird 23-yard line, 1:13 to go, clock moving, first half. Handoff, Rogers looking for the corner, and he slips down on the right side.
Yeah, he slips down. He couldn't get the corner. He kind of tried to cut back inside, and his feet just went out from under him, and he's slow to get up.
Yeah, they're helping him up. Of course, he's got to be tired if nothing else.
Absolutely. 20 carries in the first half, and that's going to be a loss of about half a yard.
And he makes his way off the field. In the backfield now for the Chickasaws will be number 7. That's Trayvon Orr.
And I think that's why we don't see him on defense.
You're probably right. Bell back to pass, fires out in the flat. He's got a man complete, wrestled out of bounds on the far sideline over there.
It was Jordan Minor, I believe, in coverage.
Yeah, Kipton Carey was out there as well.
A gain of about 7. That was Trayvon Lewis. Gain of 7. It's going to be 3rd down and 3.
Bell, the track star, is at quarterback. 3rd down and 3 coming up. A little hard count. Takes hands off. Courtney Rogers, and he's got the ball, and he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Blyththeville.
Yeah, he broke about 3 tackles again that time when the Ricebirds is trying to grab him up high, and you cannot do that. He is too strong for that. He takes it the final 16 yards, and the Ricebirds give up this late touchdown here with 25 seconds left to kind of keep Blyththeville in the game here. 27-12, Blyththeville looks like they're going to line up and go for 2 here. Ricebirds just couldn't bring Rogers down to the ground. That was his 21st carry. He's up to the 150-yard mark with 2 touchdowns. And it looks like Blytheville's going to have to take a timeout because the play clock is down at 5, and they're not even lined up for a play. There it is.
They used their last timeout. Let's take a quick 30-second timeout with them. You're listening to Ricebird Football on Country 97.3 FM.
Petrus Auto Sales in Stuttgart has the best selection of Ford trucks and SUVs that we've had in years, including some of the hottest products, like the Maverick truck, with mileage up around 40 miles per gallon. And on the other end of the lot, we've got Ford F-250 Super Duties from the base XL trim all the way up to the King Ranch. In between, we've got Explorers, Expedition, Broncos, and more, and all are priced to sell, all with that great hometown service after the sale. See us today. That's Petrus Auto Sales, your Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer on Grand Prairie, out across from Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart.
And we welcome you back to Stuttgart Ricebird Football that is powered by Petrus. Hey, and Petrus Auto Sales, they've got one of those awesome Ford Raptor trucks in stock. If you have a chance, swing by and take a look. Take it for a test drive. I tell you, there's not another truck like it on the planet. That's the Ford Raptor, and you can get it at Petrus Auto Sales out across from Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart. Here come the Blytheville Chickasaws from the sideline to the line of scrimmage as they go for 2. Ricebirds make some personnel changes as well.
And so does Blytheville.
So does Blytheville, still making some
late
changes. Empty backfield for the quarterback, Bell. Takes a snap, a high snap, mishandles it. Now he's being chased, looking at the corner, and the Ricebirds are going to bring him down short of the goal line. 2-point conversion is no good, and the Ricebirds lead stays 27-12 with 25 seconds to go here in the first half.
Yeah, not much time left here for Stuttgart, but depending on what happens on the kickoff here, they might have a shot or 2 to try to get some points on the board. 2 timeouts left.
No doubt about that. And again, you said it, Brent. Depends on what kind of a return. Of course, obviously, that a good return is certainly possible there.
Yep. Grab it all over Monticello. 6 minutes to half, 35-14.
Wow. And that's a long trip from Monticello to make.
Bauxite leads Mills 14-13 at halftime. The winner of that game plays the winner of this game next Friday night.
And if the Ricebirds are the winner of this game, that game will be right here.
Good crowd on hand here tonight.
And we've had a few dozen folks show up across the way for Blytheville as well.
Yep.
At kick, there wasn't but just a handful of folks, but there's a few folks over there now, and their little cheer squad is over there as well. Blytheville's got it teed up for the second time here in the first half. Moves up, puts his foot into it, just drills it right down central. It's going to be picked up at about the 28, back across the 30, 35, 40, trying to get the corner on the far sideline, and it's going to be pushed out of bounds about the 45-yard line with 19 seconds to go and 2 timeouts. Brent, I think you take a few shots.
I think so. That was
maybe at least get field goal position.
Yeah, I think so. That was Bray Cuppington Minor on the return, takes it out to the 45, and you definitely take a shot here on first down.
Oh, yeah.
See
and
what
you can
happens.
go anywhere on the field because you've got a couple of timeouts.
Absolutely,
so
yeah.
Let's see what the Ricebirds can do. First down and 10. The ball is at their own 45-yard line on the far hash on the far hash mark. They're moving from the left to the right. 2 wideouts on each side, single back, standing to the right of Kane Price, the quarterback. Kane calls for the ball, takes straight back, fires out on flats, got a man complete, and quickly steps out of bounds on the far sideline. Jeremiah Jackson on the reception.
Jeremiah Jackson, 9 yards and stops the clock.
Yeah, used 3 seconds, got 9 yards. Just kind of dinking and ducking it down the field, at least try to get into Dawson McKelvey range.
Yep.
If not, maybe even find the end zone.
That's right.
Here come the Birds. Same formation. 2 wideouts to the left, 2 to the right. Wide side of the field is to the right. Taquan Hall lined up to the right of Price, the quarterback. He takes off out of the backfield. Now Price being chased around, and he needs to
Get rid of
it. He's found a man. Complete. Jackson, complete. Won't go down. 20-yard line and inside down to the 18. 2 seconds to go.
2 seconds left. 26 yards. Jeremiah Jackson and Kane Price making something out of nothing there.
And Coach Price is not happy with Mr. Jackson because he's pointing at the ground and wanting him to go down.
Yeah, but Jackson was thinking 7 there. He was trying to get free. So
and I tell you what, after he caught it, I thought it broke a couple of tackles. That's exactly right, Brent.
Yep, I thought he might get there.
Dawson McKelvey's on to attempt a field goal. This will be a 35-yard attempt from the near hash mark. Hayden Prine is the snapper. Keaton Byers is the holder. Dawson McKelvey, left foot soccer style kicker, again from the near hash mark. 35-yard attempt with 2 seconds to go in the first half. Good snap, good hold, kick is up, plenty of leg, and it is good! Dawson McKelvey gives the Ricebirds a 30-12 lead as we head into the locker room, and there's a penalty marker on the play. Let's see. Hold your horses. Coach said, let's go to the locker room, boys.
Yeah, the kick is good.
He gives Dawson McKelvey a pat, and here come the Ricebirds headed toward the locker room with a 30-12 lead.
Big 3 points there. Big last 19 seconds there for the Birds, and they get that key 3 points on the board there to push that lead from 30-12, and the Birds will get the ball started in the third quarter.
And we're understanding that was a personal foul penalty after the play. That'll be enforced on the kick coming up as we start the second half. Stuttgart Ricebirds lead the Blytheville Chickasaws 30-12 at the half. The Stuttgart Ricebird Marching Band will be making their way out onto the field for their performance. And right now, the Stuttgart Ricebird cheerleaders are heading out for their performance here as well. So let's take a break here on the Southern Bancorp halftime show. When we come back, we'll bring you the sights and sounds of the Ricebird Marching Band. And if you're watching on the EAB Sports Network Stuttgart Ricebird YouTube channel, you're going to see the Ricebird cheerleaders performing here right now. We'll be back on the Southern Bancorp halftime show in 5 minutes.
Life's complicated. Your checking account shouldn't be. At Simmons Bank, we keep banking simple. With you in mind. Get paid early. Avoid fees. Bank from anywhere. Everything you need. Nothing you don't. Choose your account and open online in minutes. Visit SimmonsBank.com to learn more. Member FDIC. All regulatory approval. Restrictions apply. This is Kelsey Connection. Open enrollment for individual health insurance begins November 1st. To know the best coverage options for you and your family, let your local mutual agent and Connection Insurance work for you. We can price your coverage with major carriers in Arkansas and the market. Get the personal attention you deserve with Connection Insurance. Call us at 870-673-9249. Connection Insurance, 102 West 7th Street, Stuttgart.
By the Sports Center theme song, ESPN, and then
we all have our traditions, from Friday night lights to Saturday morning hugs. These are the traditions we pass down to the next generation. We might have hung up our cleats a long time ago, but come tomorrow morning, we can still put on our camo and hunter orange. Because some traditions last a lifetime. Get your hunting license and enjoy a season of hunts like This message is brought to you by the Arkansas University. Fight the natural.
When tackle. Stuttgart stands strong Street. From bad boy mowers to lumber, plumbing, appliances, and furniture.
Yeah.
Good.
To support the Stuttgart Weisberg.
Chris told me last week that he's going to try that.
Yeah, that's great.
That's still bigger though than this song.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. But
Not just in the Grand Prairie area, but all across the state. Blade provides pump sales and installation, constructs and designs one-on-ones, and installs underground pumps. Blade also has in-house construction, which is prepared to service and repair all brands and sizes of pumps, gear drives, and motors, along with the complete parts department open to the public.
Look at old Gus. How you doing, my friend?
In Stuttgart, call 877-1673.
Where you're, that's sweet of you to say. I appreciate that. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Progressive Tractor and Implement in Stuttgart is extending their parts and service hours to help you be ready during this crucial time of year. Trusted factory trained technicians who provide knowledgeable expertise and ask their Progressive Tractor and Implement next day parts availability and count on their professionals to help ensure that your equipment stays up and running all day or all night for maximum production and business. Contact your local Case IH and Kubota dealer, Progressive Tractor and Implement for more information.
Greg Hatcher and his companies are proud supporters of high school football. The Hatcher Agency is the state's largest employee benefits agency. Best insurance agency in Arkansas virtually every year since 2004. Hatcher Capital Investments offers 401k plans and wealth management. Twin City Limousine offers vehicles that are great for weddings. And of course, the Poplar Scoops homemade ice cream. Greg Hatcher and his companies wish you a successful season.
Like you, Stephens Ace Hardware is passionate about their community. They support the Lions Club, Fight Like a Kid, and numerous other organizations, including youth, high school, and adult sports programs. Whether helping their neighbors or helping their customers, Stephens Ace Hardware truly is the helpful place. Shop Weber Grills, Blackstone Griddles, Traeger pellet grills and pellets, and more. And get all the help you need at Stephens Ace Hardware, 110 South College in downtown Stuttgart. Stephens Ace Hardware, the helpful place.
And we welcome you back to.
Helps me make better decisions about my physical and mental health.
They're the first person I talk to if I have any questions about infections, medications, or any other health concerns. And most insurance companies don't charge you for having annual wellness checks. With them, I have the help I need to stay on top of my health.
There are many reasons to shop for a primary care provider. Regular checkups, really not getting a complete picture of your overall health. Visit chistvincent.com to find a primary care provider.
Welcome back to the Southern Bancorp halftime show. Working through some technical difficulties that we really didn't know that we had, but we're working through that. So thank you for your patience with us on that. And of course, the Stuttgart Riceburg Marching Band comes out before I thought they were going to, so I apologize we missed the start of their performance, but they are performing along with the cheerleaders here at half. And those of you watching on the EAB Sports Network Stuttgart Riceburg YouTube channel, getting to see your award-winning Stuttgart Riceburg Marching Band earlier this month competed for the state title at War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock after getting all superior ratings in regional marching competitions earlier in the football season. And they're performing with the cheerleaders here at half. Southern Bancorp halftime show. Southern Bancorp, wealth builders for everyone. Locations in both Stuttgart and for our friends in DeWitt as well. All right, that's the Stuttgart Ricebird Marching Band along with the Stuttgart Ricebird cheerleaders performing here in the Southern Bancorp halftime show. And up in the press box is the director of the Stuttgart Bands, Kevin Sherman. He's getting the crowd fired up here. And as Brent mentioned a little bit earlier, great crowd on hand here tonight watching the Stuttgart Ricebirds competing here in the second round of the state high school football playoffs. Ricebird Marching Band with the fight song as they wrap up their halftime performance. And that is the Stuttgart Ricebird Marching Band. And Mr. Kevin Sherman is thanking everyone that has supported the band this season. Of course, hope we get to see them a few more times on the football field this season. Of course, you'll also see them at things like Christmas in the Park downtown, and they'll probably be in some parades and other things as well. Very, very active. Great, great band. And they are, Brent, I have to say they're the winner everywhere we've been when you compare the Ricebird bands to the other team's bands. Of course, here tonight, Blytheville didn't bring their band, but when they have been on the field with others, it's pretty much like night and day difference. The Ricebird Marching Band really, really doing a great job.
Yeah, you know, when I watched their performance back from Hamburg a couple weeks ago, from the Hamburg streaming side where you can actually see them, you know, and hear them, you know, and when they were done playing, they got a very hearty ovation from the Hamburg crowd.
Yeah, no doubt about that. We're at the halftime here. The Stuttgart Ricebirds lead the Blytheville Chickasaws 30-12 here at the half. About 11 minutes or so to go before we'll kick off the second half of that. Brent, have you got our halftime stats ready?
I do. I got them ready.
Right.
All right, starting off for Blytheville, number 24, Courtney Rogers, 21 carries, 150 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Curtis Richardson, 1 carry for -4. Trayvon Orr, 2 carries for 14. Quarterback Chad Bell has 2 carries, and that's been for -14. 146 yards on the ground for Blytheville. Through the air, Chad Bell is 5 for 11 for 58 yards and 1 INT, and they are led receiving by Trayvon Lewis, who has 4 catches for 55 yards. That's 58 yards through the air. 146 on the ground, 204 for Blytheville in the first half. For the Ricebirds, Taquan Hall, 4 carries, 27 yards. Kane Price, 1 carry for 4 yards. Kane Price through the air is 11 for 15 for 200 yards and 3 touchdowns. QT Johnson has 1 catch for 7. Jeremiah Jackson has 3 for 53 and a touchdown. Keaton Byers, 1 for 52 and a touchdown. Hayden Prime, 1 catch for 41. Taquan Hall, 2 catches for 5 yards. Caden Sims, 3 catches for 52. 31 on the ground, 200 through the air, 231 total yards for the Ricebirds. And they have picked up 2 turnovers from the Chickasaws, and Keaton Byers added a punt return for a touchdown for the Ricebirds to add to their lead, and a nice 35-yard field goal on the last play before half by Dawson McKelvey padded the Ricebirds lead up to 18 points, and they will receive the ball starting the third quarter.
Ricebirds also ahead in the turnover margin, Brent.
Yes, they are. Yeah, 1 fumble and 1 interception there. The fumble return by Knox Simmons for about 55 yards stopped the opening drive of Blytheville, and then Kipton Carey came up with a big interception in the second quarter.
And we're at the half, the Southern Bancorp halftime show here. 8.5 minutes to go before we kick off the second half of this. So let's take another break here on the halftime show. And when we come back, we'll be getting set. Brent will have us some updates on some other scores around, and we'll be set for the second half kickoff coming your way in 5 minutes.
Hi, this is Jennifer Smith from Wilkerson Jewelers. The real value in any jewelry is the sentimental connection that you have to the piece of jewelry. The beautiful earrings your grandparents gave you when you graduated. The amazing engagement ring your fiancé surprised you with. The watch your company when you retired from your job. For over 50 years, Wilkerson's been a part of those special moments. And we love that we get to be a small part of some of the most important experiences of your lives. No matter what your budget, come in the shop or check us out online at WilkersonJewelers.com. Easy financing and layaway are available. At Wilkerson Jewelers in beautiful downtown Stuttgart, we want to be with you.
Finding your place
is more than just a location. It's about discovering your purpose, exploring your passions on a campus that feels like home. At A-State, you can achieve at the highest levels, form lasting relationships, and support the Red Wolves, both on campus and in the wild. Whether you're into research, the arts, healthcare, or maybe something else, there's a place for you at Arkansas State University. Find your place in the pack. Visit astate.edu to learn more.
Mud boots are ready to take on any job while keeping you protected. And you'll find original mud boots at U.S. Irrigation Distributors in Stuttgart and DeWitt, along with comfort and stylish and tough Twisted X footwear. Check out these 2 great lines of boots and shoes, including 100% weatherproof designs today at U.S. Irrigation. Original mud boots and Twisted X footwear. U.S. Irrigation Distributors, Highway 165 north of Stuttgart and in DeWitt at 550 Highway 165 north. Call 673-2830 or 946-4116.
The Electric Cooperative's got its start lighting Arkansas, and we continue to meet that demand with every resource we can deliver. We're powering your life, where you live every single day through one of 17 local cooperatives. Each unique, always united, in your community. Our mission, to provide reliable, affordable, and responsible power to every corner of Arkansas. It's the local hometown cooperative way, because we're better connected together. The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas.
Pico Food says good luck to all the players, coaches, cheerleaders, and marching bands taking the field tonight. Under the lights, it's not about who's in your path, it's about who's in your huddle. And Pico Foods is a proud teammate and supporter of local communities and the state's agricultural producers. Learn more about how Pico Foods buys direct to support local producers. In Arkansas and Missouri, call David Durham or James Chester, 870-202-7101. In Alabama and Mississippi, call Andrew Parker or John Taylor Hickman at 601-670-9383.
It's time for a road trip to Hot Springs National Park, Arkansas, home to the legendary thermal waters giving Hot Springs its name. This unique mountain town features historic bathhouses, hiking trails, biking trails, a 4-story treehouse, roller coasters, a casino, horse races, bathtub races, an interactive science museum, fishing, boating, parades, a bustling downtown, and a peaceful vista overlooking it all. Hot Springs, Arkansas. It's time for a road trip. For more info, visit hotsprings.org.
Running a business means finding the right people, and that's where Express Employment Professionals comes in. Whether you need full-time, part-time, or seasonal employees, Express has you covered. From office staff to skilled trades, Express matches the right talent to your needs quickly and efficiently. With offices in Stuttgart, Wynn, Helena, and Pine Bluff, they're ready to support your business no matter the size. And if you're looking for a job, Express is here for you too. For more information or to apply, call 870-672-3568 or visit expresspros.com. Express Employment Professionals, your staffing solution.
Not only is Southland Casino and Resort in West Memphis the largest gaming and entertainment destination in the Mid-South, it's the only casino in the natural state to earn the prestigious AAA 4-diamond rating. The rating recognized Southland for the high degree of hospitality, service, and attention to detail it's known for, as well as the luxurious accommodations and amenities offered at the 300-room, 20-story hotel. To learn more, log on to deltabyway.com.
Gear up. It's hunting season and Max Prairie Wings is looking for backup. We're hiring cashiers, sales associates, warehouse associates, customer service, and firearms team members. Be part of the action at America's premier waterfowl outfitter. Apply today in store at Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart, Arkansas.
Autumn in Arkansas means duck hunting, so Saracen Casino and Smart Chevrolet bring you the hottest duck hunting truck in America. A custom-built Ducks Unlimited Chevy Silverado. American luxury coaches built only a handful of DM trucks annually, and Saracen Casino will give away one of these extremely limited editions this month. Play to win an amazing Ducks Unlimited custom-built Chevy pickup only from Saracen.
Saracen Casino Resort, Vegas, Arkansas style.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
And we welcome you back to the Southern Bancorp halftime show here from Ned Mosley Stadium on the campus of Stuttgart High School in Stuttgart, Arkansas. It's second round Class 4A state football playoff action tonight, and the Stuttgart Ricebirds lead the Blyththeville Chickasaws out of the 3-4A conference by a score of 30-12 here at the half. I'm Lynn Keller sitting alongside my good friend and broadcast partner Brent Whitman, and we're glad you've joined us tonight on Country 97.3 FM and also Also, for those of you watching on our EAB Sports Network Stuttgart Ricebird YouTube channel, and just enjoyed the Ricebird Marching Band along with the cheerleaders here at the half, and hope you get an opportunity to see them a few more times this season as well. The winner of this game tonight will play the winner of the Bauxite and Little Rock Mills game that's going on right now, Brent. And I think Brent's got some update on some of the scores for us.
I do. Bauxite leads Mills 14-13 at half. Batesville Southside leads Elkins 14-10. Prairie Grove leads Pocahontas 27-6 in the second quarter. We have Warren up over Gosnell at halftime 30-12. Hamburg leads Dardanelle in the third quarter 13-7. And Clinton and Arkadelphia are tied at 10 at halftime. And Monticello has scored now. It is 35-14. 35-21. Gravett leads at half.
At the half, and I tell you, that Gravett Monticello, that is a trip. That's probably the longest trip.
It
I'm
is
going to say
this week. Yeah, it was up to like 4 hours and 25 minutes or something.
Last year's Hamburg to Gravett trip was, I think, as long as you could possibly have one in the state of Arkansas.
Yeah, I think so. But boy, Hamburg went up there and showed out and came away with the big win. Yeah,
rode on a school bus all day long and got up there and just really showed up and showed out. And that was a team that the Ricebirds had played the year before.
Yeah.
And that was a long ways up there.
Yes, it was.
Gracious.
It was.
I can just imagine how much worse it would be for the folks in Hamburg to tack on a couple more hours from what we had to go up there. But nonetheless, seeing the Blytheville Chickasaws making their way out of the locker room over onto the field to start their stretching, and it looks like some Ricebirds, here they come, coming out of the locker room as they're going to go through some warm-ups here just as we get set to get the second half started. They're going to put a couple of minutes back on, so let's take one more time out here on the Southern Bancorp halftime show. When we come back, we'll be set for the kickoff of the second half of this one. The Stuttgart Ricebirds lead the Blytheville Chickasaws 30-12 here at the half. We'll be back in 2 minutes. And we welcome you back to Stuttgart Ricebird football tonight from Ed Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart, where the Ricebirds lead the Blytheville Chickasaws by a score of 30-12 here at the half. I'm Lynn Keller sitting alongside Brent Whitman. I want to say a special word of thanks to some of those that have reached out and told us where they're listening from. I got a good buddy Bruce Martin listening up from Wisconsin tonight, and he says go Birds. Thank you, Bruce, for listening. Of course, I know my good friend Carl Humphrey's listening tonight, and Carl, we're going to try to pull one out here tonight and live to play another night, as they say.
That's right, Lynn. And I've got a former basketball teammate of mine, Thomas Wright, listening and watching all the way in Atlanta, GA tonight.
There you go. The Ricebirds are worldwide.
They are.
You know, and again, people amaze me that, I'm amazed when people say something about our broadcast, and I'm thinking, gosh, 20 years ago, could you imagine that you sit in your living room and watch high school football?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you know, when you get the radio call synced up with the live stream, but yeah, it's just fantastic.
And we've also had several compliments on the clock camera that we've got on the EAB live stream now. And again, we're fine-tuning on a lot of those things, folks.
That's right.
I appreciate your patience with us. And I know audio situations as well. And again, I apologize for those of you that are not happy about that. And but trust me, we're working on it because we want it to be as good a product as we possibly can. And we appreciate so much our sponsors that hang with us. And maybe one of the ads gets talked over or something. We apologize for that, but we'll make it up for you. I can promise you. Stuttgart Ricebird football is always going to be trying to give you the best product that they can on the field, and we're going to try to give you, obviously, the best product that we can for you to listen to and watch. Stuttgart Ricebirds have made their way to the sidelines, and so have the Blyththeville Chickasaws.
But they're moving awfully slow over there, aren't they?
They are moving very slow. That's exactly right. I thought the same thing, Brent.
Yep. Lynn Darnell has scored and reclaimed the lead over Hamburg 14-13, but the Lions have the ball now in San Lizard territory.
Well, that is a big lizard in the middle of the field.
That is. Oh, and a nice big long pass play. That's going to be a touchdown for Hamburg. I'm watching this on the live stream. Yeah. And Caden Thomas with the long touchdown pass, and Hamburger now is going to reclaim the lead there.
All right, the Ricebirds are going to receive the second half kick here from Ned Mosley Stadium. The Ricebirds in their all maroon uniforms, maroon pants with a little white trim, maroon jerseys with white numbers, got double white stripes on the sleeves, and then their helmets are maroon with a white stripe down the center. They've got a Flying Bird logo on one side. They've got their jersey number on the other side. And a stripe down the middle starts wide in the front, goes to a point in the back. The Blyththeville Chickasaws in all white tonight. Interestingly, their school colors are maroon and white, just like the Ricebirds are, but they're dressed in all white here tonight. And Brent, as you pointed out on the helmet, they have that spear on the side.
Yeah, the spear, Florida State style. And then the referees marked off that penalty that they had on the last play there before halftime, so they will be kicking off from the 25, so the Birds should have good field position here.
All right, and their kicker has got it teed up, as Brent mentioned, at the 25, and he moves up, puts his foot into it, end-over-end kick.
That's a good kick.
It is a good kick. QT Johnson's going to take it back inside the Ricebird 20, back across the 25-30, and he's going to be corralled at about the 31-yard line. Nice return by QT, but an even better kick, though, by the kicker for the Blyththeville Chickasaws, and that's number 23, Yair Gonzalez.
Yeah, a great kick there. Sent QT back to the 18. He gets out to the 32, so great coverage by the Chickasaws coverage team there, and decent field position for the Ricebirds, but I was hoping for a little bit better maybe, but a great kick by Gonzalez.
Here come the Ricebirds on their first possession of the second half. Birds up 30-12. Ricebirds working from the far hash mark, from the left to the right on your radio dial, headed south here at Ned Mosley Stadium. Quickly firing, and oh my goodness, QT Johnson couldn't get both hands on it and bring the thing down. I think Kane Price had him open right here at the 40-yard line, and QT probably could have made something happen, but falls incomplete. Second down and 10 coming up now for the Ricebirds.
Yeah, he had Johnson open on the shallow crossing route there, but just a little bit behind him on the pass, and QT tried to turn around, just couldn't bring it in.
Birds are going to come to the line. Got one wide out on the left, two on the right. Wide side of the field is to the right. Take, handoff, Taquan Hall into the line. Look at him dance around looking for a spot, and he's going to get the ball out close to the 40-yard line. Say he's going to be brought down about the 38-yard line. Going to be a few yards short of the first down.
Well, it looks like now they're going to mark it just inside the 39, so it's going to be about 4 yards. So, yeah, 6 yards there on second down. Third down and 4 now.
Move the ball closer to the near hash mark. Again, birds moving from the left to the right on your radio dial. 2 wide outs to the right. Jackson and Johnson. Taquan Hall lined up to the left of the quarterback. Kane Price takes, fakes to Taquan. Rolls to his left, looking fired. Got a man complete at midfield. 45-40, 35-30, and out of bounds on the reception, I believe, Caden Sims.
Yes, Caden Sims from his tight end spot just slips out there in the flat, and Price hit him in the big gainer there on 3rd down and 4, all the way down inside the 30.
Rice Birds, first possession of the second half. Moving the ball quickly. 11:05 to go here, just underway, second half. Rice Birds with a 30-12 lead. 3 wide outs to the right, empty backfield. Slot on the right as well. Kane Price takes a snap, rolling to his right, looking first. Got his man complete. Nice job by Jamarion Horde on the reception, and just steps out of bounds.
At the 16, that's going to be a gain of about 12 as Jamarion's first catch of the night, but the Rice Birds are on the move.
From the near hash mark, here come the Birds. Led to the line by Christian Henson, the center. And that whole line was honored as players of the game in that Hamburg win 2 weeks ago.
Absolutely.
Kane Price takes a snap, rolling to his left, looking, good coverage in the end zone. He's going to tuck it and run, and he's going to have pretty good yardage. He's going to get down to almost the 10-yard line before he steps out of bounds.
And he's going to have about 5.5 on first down. Didn't have anything open downfield, but picked up, well, he picked up 6 on there, so a nice gain on first down.
Dagan Duncan kind of running as a bulldozer out there on that left side.
Yep. Dagan Duncan.
Johnson. Excuse me, Brent.
Yeah, Dagan Duncan, one of the captains here. He plays both ways. He's really had a fantastic senior year.
He really has. I tell you what, he is the spirit of that whole team.
He is. He is.
3 wide outs to the right. Kane Price, a little shovel pass right inside. Oh, and it's covered very, very well on the reception for the Rice Birds. Number 17, Caden Sims. But I tell you, the Chickasaws weren't fooled, Brent.
Yeah, no, not at all that time. They saw the Rice Birds run that 3 or 4 times last week against Hamburg, and they had it scouted well, so no gain on that play.
From the 10-yard line, here come the Rice Birds. 10:22 to go in the third quarter. Rice Birds up 30-12. 3rd down, a long 3, short 4. Takes, hands off. Taquan Hall using his blockers, hunting for a little seam, and going to get maybe a yard, maybe.
Yeah, I think he tried to break it outside there. Maybe if he could have pounded it up inside, he might have could have had another yard or 2, but not much there for Taquan.
Number 52, Darius Rogers, in on the stop for the Chickasaws.
We got 4th down and 3, and the Rice Birds are going to go for it.
Rice Birds have been in the red zone once already tonight and turned away on downs. Let's see if they can turn this one into some points, or at least a first down. Man in motion. Kane Price going to keep it himself. And he dives down towards the 5-yard line. And I believe he's got the first down.
Yeah, he's got it. He needed about 3. He picked up about 4.5. Just enough for the first down, and another 4th down conversion for the Birds will put him at 1st and goal at the Chickasaw 5.
From the near hash mark, here come the Rice Birds. Split wide left is number 2, Jeremiah Jackson. Checking out is Jamarion Horde.
Jeremiah Thomas is in the backfield.
QT Johnson split wide to the right. Handoff, Thomas into the line. Is he into the end zone? He's close.
He's
They're going
close.
to mark him at about the half-yard line. Jeremiah Thomas, what a hard run.
Yeah, it sure looked like he was going to make it in there, but he was drugged down just a little short. But a nice run on first down.
Birds quickly hustle to the line. Thomas stays in. He's lined up to the right of Price, the quarterback. Now we've got a clock issue on the field. Now the official
now they
reset
got
the
it.
play clock, and here we go. Kane Price keeps it, walks into the end zone, touchdown, Rice Birds.
1 yard, Kane Price makes it over the right side. You know, we haven't seen Kane run it much tonight. I'm sure that's by design, but, you know, when he needs to, he can always pick up 2 or 3 or 4 yards, it seems like, and he picks up the final yard there to put the Rice Birds on the board again. Score now 36-12, 8:32 left in the third quarter. Dawson McKelvey on for the PAT. Keaton Byers with the hold.
Hayden Prine is the snapper, and boy, were they all was Blytheville offsides or what?
Yes, they were.
And the Ricebirds will decline it, and the extra point. Have they signaled yet?
No, I guess they blew it. I think they blew it dead, so we're going to have to kick it again because he was way offside.
Oh, I'm telling you. Kind of makes me wonder if that was the source of the block.
Yeah, earlier maybe. He got a little bit of a head start maybe.
All right, here we go. Dawson McKelvey with it centered up. Left foot, soccer-style kicker. He's a senior. Bird's going to miss him next year for sure. Keaton Byers is a holder. Good snap from Hayden Prine. Good hold. Kick is up.
And there's a flag.
It is good.
Yeah.
We've got another
flag,
but now this flag looks like it was thrown after the fact.
Yeah, it was. It was thrown by the back judge, I think. He had thrown it in there. Probably going to be on the Chickasaws.
Yeah, Ricebirds are retreating back to the sideline, and then extra point is good, and there's a personal foul against Blytheville. So this will be assessed on the kick. It took them a little while to get that all out. So let's take 30 seconds. We're back with more Stuttgart Ricebird football on Country 97.3 FM.
At Ag Heritage Farm Credit Services, we've been a leader in ag lending for over 100 years. With our deep knowledge of the industry and multiple loan products to choose from, Ag Heritage Farm Credit Services can offer the most personalized service available. Whether you're in the market for real estate, equipment, or operating loan expenses, our trusted lenders are here to help you every step of the way. As a customer-owned financial institution, we understand that growing your business is truly our business. So why wait? Give one of our trusted lenders a call at 870-673-1558 today and take the next step toward a brighter future for your farm, ranch, or rural living needs.
And we welcome you back to Ned Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart. I'm Lynn Keller sitting alongside Brent Whitman. We're glad to have you join us for Ricebird football that's powered by Petrus. Stuttgart Ricebirds 1-yard touchdown from Kane Price, Dawson McKelvey PAT, and then a personal foul against the Blytheville Chickasaws have the Ricebirds kicking from the Blytheville 45. So how do you do this, Brent? Do you just kick it out of the end zone?
Yeah, I would. I'd just kick it out of the end zone and give them the ball on the 20. It doesn't look like we're going to do that, though.
Dawson McKelvey's got it teed up. He just takes 3 steps, puts his foot into it. Ricebirds with an onside kick attempt.
And they got it.
Ricebirds got it. Ricebirds got it.
Boy, they got that nice, big, high bounce. And guess who came down with it?
Bo Barnes.
Bo Barnes, Mr. Onside kick.
Mr. Onside kick. That's exactly right. And they're checking to make sure that, because, I mean, he caught it right at the 10-yard mark.
Yeah, I thought it was good, but.
Well, the official sets it down inside the 35.
Yeah. Yep. And we're not looking right down the line, but it looked pretty good from where we were. But, boy, what a nice kick, though. Got that nice big high bounce, bounced over one of the Chickasaw return guys, and Bo Barnes went up and got it.
And let's see. Still no official word. Now, the gentleman in the white hat has gone over to talk to Coach Stinson on the Blytheville sideline.
And the Ricebird defense is out there.
And they're backing it up now. They're going to mark this one. They're going to say the Ricebirds touched it before it got to the 35. I think illegal touching. That is correct.
And the Ricebirds also blocked one of the Chickasaws, too. I'm not sure if you can do that until the ball gets down there either.
And this is a 15-yard penalty? What in the world? I guess I don't know what the rules are. A 15-yard penalty for actually downing the ball.
Nope, they jumped. Wow, no flag on that one. No, what I think that call may have been is one of the Ricebirds went up and actually hit the Chickasaw that was jumping for it before the ball got there, and I don't think you can do that.
Okay.
I think that's what the flag was.
But it was signal illegal touching.
Right.
Okay. Doesn't matter. Here we go.
No, it doesn't matter now.
Screen pass out. Riceburgs have it defended very well. Second down 11 coming up from the Chickasaw 49-yard line. Chicks moving from the right to the left, from the south to the north here at Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart. Wideouts on each side, 2 on the right, 1 on the left, slot on the left. And
timeout.
Confusion on the Blytheville side of the ball, so they're going to take a timeout. Let's take a quick 30-second timeout with them. You're listening to Stuttgart Ricebird football on Country 97.3 FM, part of the EAB Sports Network.
Baptist Health Medical Center Stuttgart is your trusted partner in wellness. With services like cardiology, orthopedics, and women's health, we provide safe.
Yeah, that's the flag. Would we hit them early before the ball?
Technology and an emergency department staff from highly qualified, dedicated providers. We provide the improved care you and your family can count on. Innovators Most, comprehensive services, knowledgeable caregivers, state-of-the-art technology, caring environment, Christian compassion, trust Baptist Health. To learn more, visit baptist-health.com.
And we welcome you back to Ned Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart. Second down 11 coming up as Blytheville Chicks come out of a timeout at their own 49-yard line. Quarterback Bell on a little speed sweep coming to the near side. Riceburgs have it defended very well.
Absolutely.
Oh, my goodness.
That's right. Bo Barnes and
how about Caleb Hayes?
Yeah, Caleb Hayes right there on top of it. That's going to be a loss of about 2 on that play. A lot of scoring going on at Dardanelle, and Hamburg now leads 27-20.
Wow.
In the fourth quarter, early fourth quarter there.
All right, back to that onside kick. Yeah, I'm getting texts. People say, oh, it's got to go 10 yards. I know that. But we up here didn't think he touched it before it went 10 yards.
Right.
That's the whole the whole premise of our concern about that.
Yeah.
Now, Riceburgs in position and have got another interception inside the 20, coming back 30, 40, midfield and out of bounds, and the Riceburgs get the third turnover of the night.
Yeah, Jordan Miner on that one, he saw it all the way, hauled in at about the 20 and gets back out to midfield. 2 interceptions for Bell on the night. But yeah, Lynn, going back to that, that is not what the flag was for, because they marked it
exactly
inside the.
They did. They marked it inside the 35.
Yeah, what the flag was for was the Riceburgs went up and actually blocked the Chickasaws before the ball got there, and you can't do that. So
there you go.
That's what the flag was.
But we know it's got to go 10 yards.
Yeah.
And we thought, and actually where they set it down, it had gone 10 yards.
Right.
But anyway, that kind of hopefully that clears up some confusion there. 6:54 to go here in the third quarter. Stuttgart with a 37-12 lead and the ball.
Clear as mud, isn't it?
It's clear as mud. That's right. Oh,
pass, throw it.
There he goes. Caden Sim.
Touchdown.
I'll tell you what, you can go ahead and put that one on the scoreboard. They're not going to catch anybody.
Nope. The Blytheville Chickasaw stopped that time, and let me explain what happened for those at home. That was a lateral back to Keaton Byers, and yes, it hit the ground, but it doesn't matter. It's backwards. So it's a lateral. Keaton picked it up, and he can throw the ball. And Caden Silver was wide open down the field because Blytheville stopped on that play, and they thought it was an incomplete pass, but nope, that is a live ball. And luckily, I think Coach Price must have relayed that to the officials beforehand, because last year we tried that.
And they blew it.
And they blew it dead. Yeah.
And called it an incomplete pass when it wasn't. It was a backwards pass.
Yep.
You painted that picture perfect, Brent. Snap, hold, kick. Good, and the Stuttgart Ricebirds have stretched their lead 44-12 over the Blytheville Chickasaws. Back with more Stuttgart Ricebird football in 30 seconds.
Pico Foods says good luck to all the players, coaches, cheerleaders, and marching bands taking the field tonight. Under the lights, it's not about who's in your path, it's about who's in your huddle. And Pico Foods is a proud teammate and supporter of local communities and the state's agricultural producers. Learn more about how Pico Foods buys direct to support local producers. In Arkansas and Missouri, call David Durham or James Schuster, 870-202-7101. In Alabama and Mississippi, call Andrew Parker or John Taylor Newman at 601-670-9383.
Welcome back to Ned Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart, where the fireworks have been going off not only in the end zone but on the field as well. Special thanks to Wilkerson Jewelers for sponsoring the fireworks tonight. Ray Gilbert, shooting them off down there under the watchful eye of Jan McCauley, making sure he hits all the right buttons at the right time. And also want to thank Dodge's Store for feeding the football team and cheerleaders here today. Ricebirds with a 44-12 lead, 6:41 to go. Dawson McKelvey kicks off. It's going to be fielded inside the 10, back across the 20, 25, 30, and oh my goodness, was there a collision at the 35-yard line?
There was.
Oh my goodness.
There was several Ricebirds in there.
And now every flag in Arkansas County is being thrown over there as we got a little rugby scrum going.
Yeah.
And get a little chippy over there.
Yeah. I think they might have took exception to the hard hit there, but there was nothing dirty about that at all.
I agree totally. But you know that if this is indeed against Blyththeville, this will be their third one for just a little chippy behavior.
Yeah. Lynn, you know, I don't think Caden Sims has had a catch in the last couple of games, I think. But boy, tonight, what a game for him. 5 catches, 2 touchdowns. 129 yards receiving for Caden Sims. Huge game tonight for the sophomore.
Absolutely. Great job, Caden. And I tell you what, Keaton Byers has had a night as well.
He has.
Goodness gracious.
He has three touchdowns, boy. He's caught one, thrown one, and got a punt return.
The old trifecta, I guess you could call it.
That's right. All he's got to do now is run one in from a handoff, I guess, and they really have it. But
and the gentleman in the white hat is writing some numbers down.
He's writing some numbers down. He is. Yes, I don't know if somebody has been ejected or not.
I will say the Ricebirds have not retreated now if they felt like it was against them. Now, of course, it could be offsetting as well.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody was ejected, but I guarantee you they are dejected on that far sideline.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against Blyththeville.
Yeah.
And this is their third chippiness penalty here of the night.
Yeah, well, they're now down 44-12, and it's looking like a Ricebird win here tonight. Still 6:31 left in the third quarter here.
Here come the Chicks. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Handoff into the line. And Rogers has got it up to about the 24-yard line.
Yeah,
he falls forward for about 4 yards.
He does. He's going to have about 4 there. But Ricebirds really, don't need to get caught up in all this chippiness here tonight for sure. We don't need to have anybody
absolutely not
flagged or kick out of any game like that.
Is Caden Sims feeling it? I don't know if you can see that on the EAB Sports Network Stuttgart Ricebird YouTube channel, but he just did a baseball slide
coming off to the sidelines. He did. He was safe too.
He was safe. He's been safe all night. All right. Quarterback Bell fires out in the flats, got a man complete, breaks one tackle or a missed tackle initially by Kipton Carey, but he slowed him up enough, and here come the rest of the Ricebirds to finish him off. Keaton Byers among them.
I think it's just enough for the first down. It's going to be a gain of 6 to Trayvon Lewis. 6 catches, 60 yards for Lewis now, and that's going to be a first down.
Wideouts on each side. Slot on the right. Quarterback Bell sends a man in motion from the right to the left. Handoff into the line. Nothing doing. Oh my goodness.
Nothing that time. You know, I think that offensive line may be getting just a little tired there for the Chickasaws, but that Ricebird D line is really feeling it now. But they are not getting tired. They got in the backfield in a hurry. Now we got a couple players maybe down in a pile there. That Carmelo Minner. I don't think he's hurt. I think he's just getting up a little slow there. But
I think he was trapped by the one that the Chickasaw that is shaking.
He could have. That might be Rod. Is that Rogers again?
I don't know somebody, but they are not happy about the situation.
Yeah, it's Rogers again.
Oh my gracious, he is. It looks like he's writhing a little bit.
It looks like he's in some pain out there.
He does, and I hope that's not the case. I hope it's just maybe frustration.
Yeah, because he went down in a big heap, and then there was a big pile up on top of him. He rolled over from his stomach to his back, though, but he did look like he was in some pain. Ticking in on this Dardanelle game, though. Hamburg with a 27-20 lead, but Dardanelle has the ball inside the 10, just under 6 minutes to go in that game. Big game in the 8-4A night. And it looks like it's going to be close to a touchdown.
They tried to get Rogers up, and he goes back down. And
He's still down.
He is still down. Like I say, he tried to get up just a moment ago and went back down. So if you're watching at home or listening, either one, say a little prayer for young man. Certainly hope he's not injured. I think this young man may have some college playing time maybe ahead of him.
Absolutely, yeah, fantastic player. He's back up now, but he is not putting any weight on his left foot at all. And I think it was his right foot earlier, I think. But now he is.
Now he's coming down on it a little bit.
He's kind of walking like it was a cramp.
He
a little bit stiff-legged out there, but
they made no effort to stretch him out or anything on the field, and usually that'll be the case.
Right, yeah.
Try to get some flexibility into it. So certainly hope that cramp best case scenario there for him. So
second down 12 here for Blytheville. 4:57 left in the third quarter. Riceburg with the 44-12 lead.
From the Blytheville 29-yard line, here comes the Chicks. Two wide outs to the right, one to the left. Wide side of fields to the right. Going to hand off into the line. Number 7 with the ball. And on the carry.
That's Trayvon Orr, number 7. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So we're going to bring up third down and 12 for the Chickasaws.
Again, line of scrimmage is the Blytheville 29-yard line. 4:25 to go. Clock moving here in the third quarter. Stuttgart with a 44-12 lead over the Blytheville Chickasaws. Here comes Blytheville. Wide outs on each side. Slot on the right. Bell back to pass. Going to air this one out. Got a man complete across the middle. He's going to have a first down. Riceburg's bring him down right there, but on the reception, number 12, Jameer Guyton.
Yeah, just his second catch of the night. He's going to have 14 there, though, and that's going to be a first down.
Moves the sticks for the Chicks. First down and 10 from the Blytheville 45-yard line.
And they have converted several third down and longs here tonight.
Bell, the quarterback, calls for the ball, takes, hands off. Starting left and now going the wrong way is Riceburg.
Cordero Bear was all over him that time. That's going to be a loss of 6.
Trayvon Orr absolutely nowhere to go, and it just kept getting worse for him. And Cordero, Cordero comes in and slices him down, and it's going to bring up second down and 16 from the 39-yard line of the Chickasaws.
Couple of scoring updates now. Hamburg and Dardanelle now tied at 27. And how about this one? Monticello and Gravett tied at 35.
Wow,
now.
What a comeback for those Billies.
That's right. Oh,
getting over that jet lag.
I guess so. 64-yard run by their fantastic running back, Joseph Aselis.
Bell back to pass, airs it out across the middle. Oh, my goodness, thought the Ricebirds had a shot maybe for a third pick on the night.
Kipton Carey had a shot at that one. It was just a little bit behind him, but he was the closest player on the field to that pass, and it falls incomplete. So it's going to bring up third down and 16 now. So the 8-4A doing pretty well right now. Tied up in 2 games, and they have leads in the other 2.
And lower seeds in all 3 of them.
Yes.
The 8-4A is the lower seed in all 3 of those games.
Correct.
I'm not going to say confusion, but a little stoppage of the action out there. Now here's a timeout called by Blytheville. Timeout, Blytheville. Let's take a quick 30-second timeout with them. You're listening to Stuttgart Ricebird football on Country 97.3 FM. We're part of the EAB Sports Network.
A home is more than walls and a roof. It's where memories are made. Brothers Realty understands that, and they're here to help you find the perfect place to call home. With 5 experienced agents, they'll guide you through buying, selling, or investing with care and expertise. Visit them at their spacious new office at 2006 South Main Street. Or explore their listings online at brothers-realty.com. Calling 70659-3218. Brothers Realty, helping families find their happy place.
And Stuttgart Ricebirds hunting for their happy place here in round 2 of the playoffs. They lead Blyththeville 44-12. Blyththeville with the ball, 3rd down and 16 from their own 39-yard line. Bell, the quarterback, back to pass, looking, and it almost picked off and then almost caught. Defending for the Ricebirds was number 15, Ethan Boyd. I thought he had it, Brent.
Yeah, I think he jumped just a little too early that time, and the ball went just right over his outstretched arms. But it's going to bring up 4th down and the punting situation here for the Chickasaws. Yair Gonzalez, number 23, on to punt. He got off a dandy last time. However, Keaton Byers took it the distance.
We need to at least get in field goal range and get this to a 35-point differentiation.
Absolutely.
Keaton Byers is back deep again. And once again, he's
going
to way
over his head.
He's going to go back and he's going to gather it up at the 15-yard line. Comes back across the 20 and about the 21 is going to do it. He probably saved some yardage, though, by going back and getting that because it was going to have one of those good rolls. A real low trajectory punt. It wasn't real pretty, but it was very effective for the Blyththeville Chickasaws.
It was 2:32 left here now. The Ricebirds take over again, and as Lynn mentioned just a minute ago, with a 32-point lead right now, a field goal or a touchdown for the Birds would get the Mercy rule going here and the clock rolling here, and we'll get this game over a little faster, but the Birds have about 79 yards to go here.
1st down and 10 from their own 21-yard line. Here come the Birds. Kane Price with an empty backfield, 2 wide outs to the left, 2 to the right that are stacked. Straight back to pass, getting some good protection. Now the pocket's collapsing. He's chased out of it to his left. He tucks it down, and he's going to get some positive yardage out of it. About 3, I believe, out to the 24-yard line. Going to bring up 2nd and 7 for the Ricebirds.
He is. He's going to pick up 3 on that, and that's about it. But I think he had Hall out here early, but he wasn't looking at him. He was looking downfield, and then he just had scrambled, and he took what he could get there.
Here come the Birds from the far hash mark again, working from the left to the right on your radio dial, the north to the south here at Ned Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart on a nice evening for high school football here. 2nd round state playoffs. Ricebirds with a 1st round bye. This is their opening game of the playoff season. Fired out, QT Johnson complete. Gets out across the 35, and he's going to move the sticks for the Ricebirds out to the 38-yard line. 1st down and 10, Stuttgart.
Well, 14 yards on that one. QT Johnson takes it out there, and the Ricebirds are on the move, and Nikel Lewis just takes it about 50 yards for the touchdown, and Hamburg has the lead back.
Looking at Courtney Rogers walking on the sideline over there.
Yeah, Jeremiah Jackson just unable to come down with that pass out in the flat. I think he probably turned his eyes upfield just a little too early and unable to come away with it. Coming up 2nd down 10. So Hamburg now has a 7-point lead, 34-27 at Darnell, 2:48 left. So let's see if that Hamburg defense can come up with a stop.
Is that in the
fourth quarter? That's the ball game. Yeah, Nikel Lewis just took it the distance for the touchdown.
Here come the Ricebirds, 2nd down and 10 from the near hash mark. Handoff, nice broken tackle, started to the left, now cutting back to the right. Taquan Hall.
Yeah, they've done a pretty good job on the Ricebird running game here tonight. Not much up the middle for Hall. He's going to pick up maybe a yard. But that's
he took what could have been a loss there and got some positive out of it.
Yeah.
Moves it out across the 40-yard line. 3rd down and a long 7 coming up now for the Ricebirds. From the near hash mark, sends 1 wide out to the left, 2 to the right, which is the short side of the field. Kane Price now backs away, looks to the sideline. Barking some changes to the line. Takes the snap, straight back to pass. Looking, airs it out across the middle. Got a man complete across midfield for a 1st down.
Guess who? Caden Sims once again. It's going to be 11 yards, and Caden Sims is having himself a night.
1:53 to go in the 3rd quarter. Clock moving. Ricebirds with a 44-12 lead. over the Blyththeville Chickasaws. 2 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Single back standing to the right. Kane fakes to him, airs it out long. And lots of contact down there, and I can't believe they didn't call because it looked to me like he had his hand on QT's back the whole way, and in high school, that'll just about always get you a call.
Right. But a good pass from Kane that time. It was. Johnson only had about 1 step on the defender, and he looked like he got a hand in there as well, and just unable to come away with it. But bring up 2nd down, 10 now.
From the far hash mark, here come the Ricebirds. 3 wide outs on the right. Takes, hands off. Taquan Hall, running room, 45-40. Still digging, and they're trying to strip the ball rather than tackling.
We need that whistle to blow there.
The 36-yard line.
Yeah, gain of 12 here, and once again, it's getting way too chippy out there. We need to get some points here, and let's get this clock rolling and get this game over with. First down for the Ricebirds as they take it down to the 36-yard line of Blyththeville.
First down and 10, balls toward the near hash mark. Clock under a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. 2 wide outs to left, the wide side of the field, 1 to the right. Take, handoff. Taquan Hall digging down to the 30, maybe just inside the 30.
Nice run there. 6 yards. Ricebirds picking up some yards now on the ground, but Blyththeville has done a pretty good job against the Ricebird run game.
Tondarius McDougal on the stop for Blytheville.
They got some size on that line.
I'm telling you what, now they jam up that middle with some beef.
They do.
2 wide outs to the left, wide side of the field. Takes, once again, hands off, just working Taquan Hall. Taquan looking for a little seam. Thought he had it, Brent, but they close it up. He gets inside the 20 to the 19, and that'll move the sticks for the Ricebirds. What it was probably the last play of the 3rd quarter. Ricebirds hustling to the line.
Yeah, they're going to try to get one more play off.
6, 5, 4. Looks to the sideline, and they're going to let it expire. That's the end of 3 from Ned Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart. The Stuttgart Ricebirds lead. Well, I thought they were going to say that there was a timeout before the end of the clock, but no, that is the end of the 3rd quarter. Stuttgart Ricebirds lead the Blyththeville Chickasaws 44-12. Back with more Stuttgart Ricebird football 4th quarter action in 1 minute.
Service? Do you constantly run over your data plan? Are you having trouble getting internet service where you live? With TechStream high-speed internet, you'll get persistent high speeds and low latency that doesn't stop at city limits. TechStream high-speed internet is perfect for homeless, small and large businesses, farmers, and hunting clubs. You'll be able to stream, game, and surf with no interruptions. Servicing Arkansas, Roanoke, Prairie, Jefferson, and Lincoln counties. TechStream is your locally owned and operated high-speed internet solution. Toll free 866-268-0101 or visit techstream.net.
Hi, this is Kim Bethay from
Number 7.
Drug Company and Gift Shop in downtown Stuttgart. Celebrate the Wings Over the Prairie Festival weekend with Cozy Style. Join us Friday and Saturday, November 28th and 29th for special savings on the Barefoot Dreams collection. Our most loved blankets, cardigans, and lounge pieces made for gifting or keeping all to yourself. Stop by Coker Hampton, 218 South Main in downtown Stuttgart, and wrap yourself or someone you love in comfort this holiday season.
We welcome you back to Ned Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart as we get set for 4th quarter action. Stuttgart Ricebird football powered by Petrus in Stuttgart. Petrus with 3 locations. They've got your transportation needs on the Grand Prairie covered. Hey, and don't forget their website where you can see all of their inventory, their best price, photos, specifications, and everything. That's petrusgm.com for Chevrolet and GMC. And out across from Max Prairie Wings, Petrus Auto Sales, that's petrusautosales.com. Check them out, and they've got your transportation needs on the Grand Prairie covered.
All right.
We had an injured.
Well, they did put 5 seconds back on the clock there, but the Ricebirds just let it run out. So now we're switching into the field here.
And I thought, he indicated officials time, and we didn't realize it until, but there was an injured player, number 4 for the Blyththeville Chickasaws. That is Curtis Richardson. And he was putting absolutely no weight at all on his left leg. So certainly hope he's okay.
Yes.
He's got, watching him over there, they've got some ice. They've got him under a towel on the far side. Hope that young man's okay. And they are bringing the stretcher across as well. So say a little prayer, if you would, for these couple of Blytheville Chickasaw players that have got banged up here, given that they're all here. This Class 4A playoff game. Right, a little trickeration now. Kane Price kind of did a little Statue of Liberty, I think what you'd call that.
Yeah, absolutely. But the Chickasaws didn't bite on it. He had nobody open. Kane just runs it out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Second down 10 coming up for the Rice Birds. Appreciate Southern Paramedics for providing ambulance service for all Stuttgart Rice Bird football games, junior and senior high. Appreciate them so much. Don't want to use them, but boy, it's great to have them there if you do, and that is the case here tonight as they are bringing a stretcher out for that young man. Again, say a little prayer for him if you would, Rice Bird Nation. Kane Price takes a snap, rolls to his left, looks, fires, got a man complete at the 7 and inside the 5. Is that
that's Hayden Prine.
Clutch Prine on the reception.
17 yards, Hayden Prine on the reception. Rice Birds are inside the 5. Darnell is driving late here on Hamburg, down 7.
QT Johnson's going to be split wide to the right. Hayden Prine wide to the left. Jeremiah Thomas in at running back. On the right side of Kane Price, the quarterback. Shotgun formation. Kane looks up. He's going to move QT in motion. Kane takes the snap, starts right. Now cuts back left. He's got tons of room, and he's got an easy pitch and catch for a touchdown.
Bo Barnes just from his tight end spot there, just blocked and then peeled back out to the right. And he's got an easy touchdown. That was 3 yards on that one, and that will invoke the mercy rule. All right, the Riceburg with a 50-12 lead. Dawson McKelvey on for the PAT. Out of the hold of Keaton Byers. I see Darnell just scored there. The kick is down, it's up, and it looks good. It's right down the middle.
Oh my goodness.
I believe I would have to eject that young man out of the game. That was
those of you that are listening on the radio, one of the Blytheville Chickasaw players tripped one of the Rice Birds. I mean, he stuck his leg out.
Well after the play.
Oh, yeah, they're making their way back to the sideline.
That had nothing to do with the play.
No, not at all. That was just unclassy, unsportsmanlike, and certainly hope that's not just the standard there, that was an exception.
Yeah.
But with 11-11 to go here in the ball game, and this one pretty well decided with the Rice Birds ahead 41-12. There's certainly no need for that kind of unsportsmanlike attitude. So we'll see what the official says.
Yeah.
And my official consultant here, sitting here to my left, Gus Hensick, says they need to start the clock.
Yeah.
11-11 to go, and I think it is time to start the clock.
You still got to wait on the white hat to wind it up, though.
Yeah, that's true, and he is still talking.
Well, he's talking to Courtney Rogers. He's back out there, right? That's number 24.
Yeah, it is. It looks like he's adjusting his shoulder pads or something for him. Dawson McKelvey's got it teed up at the 40-yard line, but we're still a little ways away from letting him move up and kick it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that personal foul is going to move it way up, and that I would just kick it out of the end zone. Just give them the ball to 20, and let's just play defense here.
Yeah. Dawson will have it teed up at the Blytheville 45-yard line.
Uh, 11-11 left in the game, but once this kickoff starts, the clock should roll pretty much here for the rest of the game. Riceburg now with the 51-12 lead.
Update on the injured Chickasaw player. They have rolled him to the ambulance. They're loading him in the back of the ambulance as we speak. Dawson moves up, puts his foot into it, and you called it, Brent, just sailing it over everybody's head out of the back of the end zone. And the Ricebirds will go on defense at the 20-yard line, and that clock is running marvelously.
There we go. Yep, just under 11 minutes now and rolling.
Any update on the Little Rock Mills Bauxite game?
Not yet. I'm going to watch the end of this Hamburg game here. Dardanelle scored to cut it 34-33 with 38 seconds left, and it looks like they're going for 2 to try to take the lead here.
To try to win it.
Yep, try to win it with 30 seconds left. Let's see. Now they have a fantastic running quarterback, Creed Vega. He's the coach's son. And if I'm a betting man, I bet he's going to take it and run it here.
Boy, that's a low trajectory on that camera angle, too.
It is.
Wow.
It is.
It's just about like the first row of the stands.
I think it is.
First down and 10 for Blytheville from their own 20-yard line. Ricebirds getting some fresh jerseys in there. The quarterback,
Bell,
is keeping it on the far sideline, and he is swarmed under by some excited Ricebirds over there, let me tell you.
Lynn and Vega completes the 2-point conversion there. So that's going to be 35-34 with about 30 seconds left.
So it looks like Dardanelle, good chance anyway of advancing on.
Well, although, I mean, Hamburg's got a very good kicker. So
that's true.
If they can get close,
that's true.
You give him a shot.
Second down 9 coming up for Blytheville from their own 21-yard line, taking their time. Play clock's at 15. Game clock is rolling. 9:24 and moving here in the fourth quarter. 2 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Quarterback takes, hands off to the back in the backfield. Trying to turn the corner on the near side, runs into a pile of Ricebirds. Gets out maybe just across the 25-yard line. We're going to say it's going to bring up now a 3rd down and 4 and a big pile of humanity down there, and everybody's kind of unhooking themselves, getting up off the bottom pile for the Ricebirds. Number 23, Tristan Robinson. Number 20's out there for the Ricebirds as well. Chance, let's see. I don't think that's Chance. That is 28. I'm sorry, 28. Caleb Anderson. Coming on the near side here. 18, Bray Covington Minor in coverage in the secondary. 3rd down and 4 coming up for the Chickasaws. Take handoff in the line, running room, and got a first down on the carry. The number 15, Tyler Jones.
He's going to pick up 8, and that's going to be enough for a Blytheville first down. 8:13 left here in the game.
Got one Ricebird hobbling a little bit. Number 32 out there, Daniel Poole. 1st and 10 for Blytheville from their own 34-yard line. 8 minutes to go. Clock moving here. From the far hash mark, moving from the left to the right here in the fourth quarter. The Chickasaws dressed in all white, Ricebirds in all maroon. Boy, here's a big collision at the 36-yard line.
Number 28, I believe, on the carry, Chris Prunty. He's going to pick up 3.
Seeing some fresh jerseys on both sides of the ball. That's good. Juwan Terry out there for the Ricebirds, number 6.
Yep. Coach Rod Stinson in his first year turned this program around a little bit. They went from 3-7 to 7-3. That's former Razorback Rod Stinson, former head coach at Pine Bluff High as well.
And I think he did a little time in Marion, if I'm not mistaken, as an assistant. And it looks like he's landed in a good spot there for him. He's turned that around. They hadn't had more than 5 wins in 6 years in Blytheville until this year. Pass complete. It's going to be good for a first down out across the 45 to about the 47-yard line. One interesting thing, Brent, people talk about this matchup. This is just the 3rd time these 2 teams have ever played. They were briefly in the same conference back in 1968 and 69. Now, the Ricebirds won the game in 68, 14-0, and the game in 69 was a 14-14 tie. So the series record is 1-0-1 between these 2 teams. So the Ricebirds going to make that 2-0-1 after tonight. Take handoff into the line, cross midfield into Ricebird territory. Mass of Ricebird humanity there, led by number 30, Jacob Eagle.
It'll be about 6 yards on that carry for number 28, Prunty. 6 minutes left to go here.
Bradley Benton in there, is that right? Or am I? Yes, Bradley.
Yeah, Benton in there.
He's in there at safety.
Playing safety.
Second down and a long 4 coming up. Blyththeville Chickasaws operating from the big maroon and white S here in the center of the field here at Ned Mosley Stadium. It's got Rice Birds in script out across. Back to pass. Bill looking, now he's going to tuck it and run, and he's going to be corralled after he gets a first down about the 40-yard line.
About 6 yards on that one.
Caven Bryan in on the stop for the Rice Birds, number 29.
I just heard the score here from the PA announcer, Cole Sherman. I think Bauxite has about a 20-point lead on Mills. I'm going to double check that myself in a minute, but it would appear that Bauxite Miners have that game in hand.
What has happened to Little Rock Mills? I don't know. They had a little issue middle of the year, and ever since then they've just kind of gone down.
Yeah, they have. I don't know if they had some players hurt or left the team or what, but yeah, they have ended the season with a thud.
4:50 to go. Clock moving here in the fourth quarter. Handoff into the line. Good gain of about 9, almost 10 yards.
Linda and Hamburg is going to lose 35-34. Darnell got that 2-point conversion there, and Hamburg unable to do anything, and they're going to go down by 1.
Their season ends tonight. The number 2 seed out of the 8-4A conference falls to the number 1 seed out of the 1. Is that the 1-4?
No, they are
the
4-4A.
4-4A.
Yes.
Back to pass, airing this one out long. Rice Bird defenders need to get there, and they do.
They did.
The ball bounces off incomplete.
Yeah, the ball hung up in the air long enough to give time for a couple of Rice Birds to get there and knock it away from Guyton.
Third down and 1, 3:50 to go, clock moving.
I'm going to try to get some other scoring updates for everybody here.
Rice Birds lead 51-12, 3:40 to go.
We got, Prairie Grove defeated Pocahontas 27-20. Clinton leads Arkadelphia 18-17.
Wow.
Late in the fourth quarter. Elkins 24, Southside 21 in the fourth quarter.
Here's a little speed sweep. Pitch to number 2, trying to get the corner, and
he does
on the far sideline. Gets a first down. Finally wrestled out of bounds. Number 2 is Jatavion Wilson. 6 foot, 165-pound junior for the Chickasaws.
Yeah, also, Bauxite 40, Mills 28 with 5 minutes left in the game. So not completely over, but Bauxite with the 12-point lead there. Monticello leads grab at 42-38. Wow. What a comeback there. And Warren 44-26 over Gosnell. So
53 Christian Guerrero checking in for the Rice Birds. Excuse me, Brent.
Yeah, so
getting a couple of these guys some playing time.
About a 5-yard gain on that play for the Chickasaws. We are at 2.5 minutes.
Look at the cheerleader here on the sideline wearing number 44, Knox Hillman. Slinging that towel around like one of those terrible towels. I'm telling you what, these guys in maroon are pumped up tonight.
They are.
Here comes number 40 checking in for the Rice Birds.
Well, they took they took that bye week off, rested up well, came out here ready to play tonight, and took care of business.
They certainly have. Here come the Chickasaws deep in Rice Bird red zone. Quarterback back to pass, firing it toward the corner of the end zone, and it is caught. But there is a penalty marker here on the near side.
There he is.
And let's see what this is all about.
Not for sure.
That was just a height issue in the end zone back over there. The big tall receiver goes up over the defenders. Illegal procedure against.
Illegal formation on the Chickasaw, so that would take the 6 points off the board and back them up.
The heads drop, those white helmets.
Yep. 1:45 left here in the game.
And I may have spoke too soon regarding the ambulance. I couldn't I couldn't swear the young man was loaded into the ambulance, but the ambulance has never left.
So they just took him back.
They may have
took him back to the locker room,
right, to treat him. But they did put the. They did. Did see the gurney being loaded up in there, but certainly hope he's okay, and hope maybe they just realized that he was going to be okay. A little speed sweep coming to the near side. Ricebirds are going to string it out along the line of scrimmage, and boy, there's big collisions down there.
Yeah.
And the ball carrier,
and the ball carrier
slow
down
up. That was a heck of a collision.
It was pretty close to a blindside block there.
And they're going to stop the clock with a minute and 1 second to go.
Stop it for the injury. I mean, a gain of a couple on the speed sweep.
Ricebird coaches are the first ones there to see about the young man. Now here come the Blytheville coaches and trainers to see about him. Ricebirds are going to move on to the third round of the playoffs. They'll host the winner of the Blytheville, host the winner of the Bauxite Little Rock Mills game, which Bauxite has a lead in right now. Interesting about Bauxite, and Coach Price told me this, that's another team that he has never coached against.
Well, yeah, you know, when I saw.
Oh, they're carrying this young man off as well.
I saw some of the highlights of their game last week, and they had the small quarterback, and he was running the ball well. But then I think I heard where he's a 9th grader starting for them now. I mean, he's not very big, but boy, he was running hard. And so it would appear that Bauxite may be the Ricebirds' opponent next week, but we'll see. We'll try to get a final score on that before we go off the air.
Of course, next week will be week of the festival.
That's right.
And you can expect some exceptional excitement downtown. Expect a pep rally down at the stage where all the duck calling takes place. That'll be a fun time.
Bad snap, back to Bell.
And he's going to just air this one. Everybody's sitting down there waiting on it. And once again, it's caught by the same guy. He just goes up and jumps over everybody.
He did, because there were 3 Ricebirds there, but he out-jumped everybody.
They bring him down at the 1 yard line.
That's Jameer Guyton.
And there is
30 seconds left, so they'll probably punch one in here, and that'll be it.
25, 24, 23, 22, and they come to the line.
If they don't score on this play, they might not get it.
Take handoff into the line.
No,
sir, they did not get it. How about that Ricebird defense?
They stuffed him.
How about that Ricebird defense? 9 seconds, 8.
They're not going to get off another play.
They're not going to get it off. Right, you've got your final score. The Ricebirds are going to win this one by a final of 51-12 and advance to round 3 of the state high school football playoffs. Brent, this is the first playoff victory for this group of seniors out here tonight.
Yeah, it is, and you can tell that they were really wanting it here, and boy, they were really celebrating out there. You know, in the fourth quarter, and they are feeling it here tonight, and they are moving on to the Friday after Thanksgiving game, which, as you mentioned, is always something big here at Mosley Stadium, and it's going to be big next week. So, folks,
lots of folks in town for the festival, and take a few hours out of your next Friday night to come out here and support the Stuttgart Ricebirds in round 3 of the state high school football playoffs. The fireworks go off here at Ned Mosley Stadium, and this one is in the books. Final score, the Stuttgart Ricebirds 51, the Blytheville Chickasaw Chicks 12. It's time now for the Blue Seal Petroleum post-game show. Brent will have our final game stats. We'll also try to get some final scores from around the area as well as the Ricebirds put this one in the books. Back with the Blue Seal Petroleum post-game show in 3 minutes.
Every touchdown, Stuttgart stands tall behind the Ricebirds, and so does Southern.